Hello, beautiful Agatha Mind family. Welcome again to another wonderful update. Thank you so dearly for always supporting. I really appreciate. If you are just coming across this wonderful family for the first time, or you are seeing my face for the first time, I still remain your one and only Agatha Progress, bringing you the news back to back. Remember, we react to all videos and your opinion is highly needed in the comment section. So carry your popcorn. Let's dive into what's happening today.
This is not who we are. We're not Biafrans. Oh, we are, you do. And then I'm thinking, asking God, this is unfair to me. Why would I? Why? It's just so it's not fair at all. And then things kept happening. Things that I was shown that is going to happen kept happening. Then I became really worried. But still, I didn't have. It's not that I'm scared of what people are going to say. I don't care about what people say about me. I really cared about how am I going to be the one that is going to inflict this pain, because it's going to be painful. How would I be the one to inflict the pain, to tell people this kind of thing? Because I know how painful it is to me. Then I'm going to come and start announcing, oh, you're not this, you're this. That is very hurtful. That is, very painful. I hate hurting people. And I'm thinking, how can I handle this? How would I be the one to say this? I just didn't know what to do. But all I can tell you, before I ran and then told you that you're supposed to send that information, I got a very traumatic experience. I was so scared that I had no choice than to jump off the couch after I realized that I still survived, that I'm still alive. Eventually, I'm going to tell my story. I'm going to tell what happened to me. And then that's why when people talk trash, talk shit about me, I don't care, because they don't know what I'm going through. They don't know what I went through before I picked up the courage to go and make that announcement. I'm not going to call it the courage because I have the courage for that. It's just the gravity of the whole thing, the pain it's going to cause to people. How are people going to handle it? And then we don't have any administration. We don't have any leadership. I would have gone to the leadership. I said, this is the situation. How do we handle this? How do you guys help share this information to our people? Because we need this information. Our people need to get this information so that our leader can come out. Most importantly, so that our leader can come out. And so that we can get our freedom. We are not going to get our freedom by the name that we're using. We're going to go in, a little in depth about that. So I didn't have any choice. I was even expecting worse things. Believe me, I was expecting things, to be worse than, how it came out really good. Believe me. So I later called the lady and said, okay, I'm going to send this poster, but don't share it yet until I'm ready. So she was happy. And then when I had that experience, that was the day I ran out and then shared it. And then all hell broke loose. And then it didn't even break as worse as I was expecting, because I know what it means. I know how to tell an average Biafran, it was just too complicated. But I can assure you that every other thing that I was shown that will happen after I make that announcement has been happening. They're happening. And then one thing I can assure you, this truth is already out. Nobody's going to take it back. And our leader is going to come out. There are so many other things that is going on. All hell broke loose. All hell didn't break loose within the Biafra-Edo population. I'm from Edo. It didn't just break loose from our people. It broke loose from the people that held us bondage. There are people all over the world that conspire to, hold us bondage. Those are the ones that are having the major problem. We'll go into that later on. So I hope I explained how it all started. Did it make sense?
All right, thank you very much. I think that is very clear. People that join us late, that didn't get the information from the beginning, you can also watch this video again if you have more questions about that. So the problem here, I have to be sincere with you, there's a problem here. Even when you look at the comment section, people say that you are wicked, Dr. Nelly. People say that you are a saboteur. People say that you are, how can you be talking about change of name right now that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is in prison? Why? Why will you do that? That we are supposed to be joining our hands and be fighting for the release of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, many people said that our forefathers died because of Biafra. Many people have died because of Biafra. So my question is, why couldn't the announcement of Edo Nation wait until our leader come out? Why? Why do you do this wickedness to us? Why do you want to destroy the structure that our leader has built for years? That is only Biafra that bring all of us together. Why are you so wicked, woman? Why?
My dear, these things are mysteries. If you remember, our leader said that towards the end, that strange things are going to, begin to happen. That after reading the book of Psalms, that strange things are going to happen. That even things that are stranger than fiction are going to begin to happen. Believe me, I consider this one of the strange things that is supposed to happen, and they're happening right now. It is so strange that the instruction was that I have to deliver this message. If not, our leader will continue to be in custody. Remember, I told you there's a woman that called me and said, this is the message I was sent to give to you. And I told this woman, this message is heavy. I said, I've been given the same instruction. I've been told to say these things, but I don't know how to say it. And I'm waiting for our leader to come out so that our leader will be the one to say it. It's going to make a huge difference. If our leader is the one that announced this, we will be so happy. We will accept, it's going to be, everybody will accept it. Everybody will accept it with joy. But with everything going on, how can I be the one that is going to bring this message? It's going to be chaos. It's going to set the house on fire. And the lady told me, you know what? You have to do it or our leader will not come out. My people, I just want to make it very clear to everybody. And I know that God will also use other people to bear me witness. God is going to minister to other people, just like he ministers to this lady. I have no choice. I have no choice, zero choice. I needed to do this so that our leader can come out. This is one of the truths. We have to know the truth, and the truth will set us free. I was instructed that this truth will set our leader free. And then days went into weeks, week went into months, time keep on going. This was an agony. And I kept seeing it. Our leader, there's no reason for our leader to be in DSS custody because he has done nothing. And there are people conspiring, doing all manner of evil to make sure he stays there. These people were already convinced that he's not going to come out. They know something that majority of us don't know. They know that this man is definitely not going to come out. They were preparing for their election in Anambra State. After preparing for their election in Anambra State, they are now preparing for their election in 2023. And some of the IPOB members, the leadership, are already planning 2023 with them. They're already planning an election with them. They're already going into a political negotiation, a political arrangement with these people. The caliphate have already concluded every arrangement about 2023, every arrangement about us. These people know what we didn't know. So as time went on, I realized that something has to be done. Something has to be done. So if these people know something that is making them plan ahead for 2023, that is making them do all the things they are doing, they were basically gallivanting. It's like they didn't care about our leader. We were being told one thing or the other. Sit at home, don't sit at home. Stand up, don't stand up. Laugh, don't laugh. That's all we're hearing. They kept doing things. Even Chike Doziem had the temerity to publish an account and stated that this account is from the highest command. Who is the highest command? Kanu. Because they already concluded that our leader is not going to come out. There is something they know that we didn't know. And I was also given the instruction that I have to send this message if I want our leader to be out. Because these people knew that our leader is not going to come out. There is something they know that we, the average people, didn't know. And as time went on, I didn't have any other option because I knew that I needed to do it. It doesn't matter the arrow that is thrown at me. It doesn't matter the names that were called at me. It doesn't matter what was said to me. I needed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be out. I needed our flag to be raised. I knew it was going to be painful to people. I knew people were going to call me names. But with everything going on, I had no choice. I had no choice. Because I knew that if I don't, our leader will still remain in custody even in 2023. Because there's something the British know. There is something that all these people, all these Europeans that held us bonded, there is something they know. They didn't think we are going to know it. So they were so sure. Even the Southeast governors, even the caliphates, all these people already concluded that we are gone as a people. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to come out. That he's going to languish in jail. My people, I'm going to tell you that this knowledge is one of those strange things. It's one of those miracles that our leader said is going to happen. Those are one of those things, those secrets that is going to come out. Our leader was, he was told, I also shared the same message with him, that we have to know the truth and the truth will set us free. Our leader keeps talking about the truth, we have to know the truth, we have to know the truth, we have to know the truth. This is a lie. This is something that has been covered up. They were never ever expecting that we are going to know this because the lie has been covered for too long. This is one of the truths that came out. And then our leader's freedom was dependent on this truth. I have no choice. I will do whatever it takes, whatever I'm told to do to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out and to make sure that that flag is raised. I am ready to do it. People call me crazy. I'm ready to do even worse things. I'm ready to go naked on the street. I'm ready to do whatever it takes. So calling me crazy, calling me saboteur, it doesn't matter. I had to do what I needed to do. It is not an easy task, but unfortunately, one of my friends was saying something to me. I sent him a message. I said, you don't want to be me. You don't want to be in my shoe. Because there's a lot of difficult things, difficult tasks that have been given to me. This is one of it. This is like really big. Why would I be the one breaking the heart of people? Why would I be the one causing this much problem? Why would I be the one told that if you don't do this, our leader will not come out? This is it's very difficult, I'm going to tell you. It may be hard for any other person to do it. I don't have problem doing difficult things. I had a problem hurting people because I knew how confused I was when I was told that Biafra is not our name, that we are Edo, and people have to know who they are. And I felt bad because I love the name Biafra. I love being a Biafra. Biafra is like my life. I love being a Biafran. And then telling me that I'm an Edo, that I'm from Edo, believe me, I don't even like the name. But then, as time passed by, I realized that this is something I have to do. And when you name me Silike, unfortunately, I got to do it. And I did it. So that's where we are. And I know that God will always perfect his words. I know that our leader is going to come out. Believe me, my brother and sister, what I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still going to come back to your program. After I release this message, I'm going to tell you upfront, the things that I was shown that will happen began to happen. For no reason, these people started going crazy. We don't even know what goes on in the spiritual realm because this is more spiritual than physical. Before you knew it, somebody announced, our leader is going to go to court. They announced, the court is going to be on the 2nd. The court was held, and our leader was sent to Kuje prison. So when I woke up, I opened my phone. I saw, the court. The court. I didn't even know if the court held or not, but I saw that our leader was sent to Kuje prison. I was like, I wanted to, I was a little happy. But then, the Spirit of God, I saw our leader still in bondage, in chain, and I'm like, he's going to Kuje prison, and I still see him bound in chains. So I'm like, this is not even good. I even went and tweeted again that Kuje prison is not freedom because they were saying that he went to Kuje prison. I know he can communicate with people. I know that it will be easier for him to know what is going on. But then I still saw him bound in chains. I'm like, no, he's not free. He's not free. I'm not supposed to rejoice. So I went and tweeted. I said, Kuje prison is not freedom. That we have to know the truth and acknowledge the truth, and the truth will set us free. I began to realize why the caliphate had to start fighting me even before I released this message. They sent one guy, Akaji whatever, to start to castigate me. They wanted to discredit me. They wanted to do everything possible to make sure that people don't listen to me. We say we are spiritual. They know spiritual things more than we do. So they brought that guy to make sure, that people wouldn't listen to the message that I was about to give. So the guy came and started talking. Use somebody's name to transfer money. Did all that trash. And I'm thinking, I already was one thing. After I got in contact with this guy, I asked for his account number. I was given the account number. But God told me to wait, that something is going to happen. I didn't send any money. So I was waiting to see what was going to happen. I even thought it was because I know they were attacking the Omada. So I even thought the problem was going to come from the Omada. So I was just waiting until after he started showing himself. I'm like, okay. So the point I'm trying to make is that the caliphate already knew that something was about to happen. They already knew that I was about to make this announcement. And they sent these people to castigate me. Why? Because they didn't want the people to listen to the message that I was going to send. Because they already concluded plan that our leader was going to remain in custody. Who knows until they run us over. So that's why they brought him. But he's still going to confess. He's going to confess or he's going to die. An option confess or he has to confess if he wants to leave. But I'm not going to go into that right now. So the bottom line is that these things are one of the mysteries. Until we understand that this is one of the mysteries, we're not going to forge ahead. I saw somebody sent me something. There's somebody in Hollywood wearing, after Chiwatalago wore our flag, he was arrested and all that. There was this guy, Uchemba, and the other girl. They used our flag to make a costume, to make a dress and a pant. And then somebody was saying, Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. Somebody wore a flag and Biafra is a spirit. But somebody is telling you that your name is Edo. And you're going crazy. Now Biafra is no longer a spirit. So somebody came up and said, this is the message I was given. Instead of you trying to validate it, ask questions, make your own inquiries. You can pray and ask God. There's this crazy lady that's saying this. Please, what is it all about? If you're a traditionalist, you can go. What Afa do your Afa?
Dr. Nelly, I don't mean to stop you, but let me just chip in some things here. I understand that our leader said that our job is to follow the truth. That anywhere he leads us to, we must follow the truth.
Thank
That is
you.
what our leader said. But the problem here, this message you are delivering is a very hard message for a lot of people. I understand that. And that is why a lot of people will find it difficult to understand or to even believe what you are saying. Because they are saying that what is the link between Biafra and Edo? Our leader was not arrested because of Edo. Our leader was arrested because he was talking about Biafra. So now you are telling us now that the announcement, the pronouncement of Edo will set our leader free. But you have made this announcement for weeks now, for maybe 1 week or less now. So can you tell us how this will happen? Because people are so eager to know. They want to know what is the link between Biafra and Edo, because our leader was kidnapped because of Biafra. How will talking about Edo set our leader free?
I'm going to say, when you're giving a message, when you're giving an instruction, I'm not God. You just follow God by faith. When you're giving a message, when you're choosing to deliver a message, you have to deliver the message, and you have to wait for the outcome. So basically, all this while, I realized that we are fighting for the wrong thing. We are fighting for our freedom under the wrong name. Our leader was arrested because he's fighting for Biafra. But now, are we really Biafrans? Let's go back to how we started answering Biafra. Somebody came, gave us that name. Is that our original name? No. Don't forget that our leader keep saying that we are going to go back to how we used to be. Check his programs. We're going to go back to how we used to be. Is Biafra the name that we used to answer? Is that how we used to be? The answer is no. There are so many, that's what I'm telling you. These are all mysteries. These are mysteries, and it's going to unfold. When you're working with God, you work with God in faith. You don't question him. You don't question the instructions you receive. You just carry out and wait like other persons, other people. If you don't do, you're going to get the consequences. Believe me. So there is so much about this name, Biafra. Somebody sent me a clip. I sent it to you about our leader talking about how Igbo people are cursed. So he's not really talking about Igbo people as us. It's the name Biafra. That's what our leader was inferring. But I guess we Biafrans consider ourselves the Igbo.
Okay. Do you want me to play the audio?
Okay, play it. It's going to help me. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just give me a little. I'm going to play the audio, please.
That one is cost. I'll prove it to you. Give you facts and figures. Anybody who goes close to it, he will die. It's not like the name Igbo. That one is cost. I'll prove it to you. Give you facts and figures. I don't care if you're out dining with your Yoruba friends or I don't give a damn. The word IGBO is cost because the people answering it are very, very bad. And I will tell you that later. That is why there is no group called Igbo in the world that is doing well. It's always rife with division, with envy, backstabbing, jealousy, betrayal. Any group that has Igbo to it, go and check. I said go and check. Rather than bumbling like an incoherent calamity. Go and check your facts and your figures.
I am going to play that again so that people should listen to it.
Okay.
I am going to play that again, please. It's very important.
Anybody who goes close to it, he will die. It's not like the name Igbo. That one is cost. I'll prove it to you. Give you facts and figures. I don't care if you're out dining with your Yoruba friends or I don't give a damn. The word IGBO is cost because the people answering it are very, very bad. And I will tell you that later. That is why there is no group called Igbo in the world that is doing well. It's always rife with division, with envy, backstabbing, jealousy, betrayal. Any group that has Igbo to it, go and check. I said go and check. Rather than bumbling like an incoherent calamity. Go and check your facts and your figures.
Wow, that is remarkable to me, Dr. Nelly, because if it was me that said it, remember when I was, hey God, remember when I was talking some things about some people, some Igbo speaking Biafrans, how they love money, people want to scatter me. But this actually came from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But my point, the reason why I'm saying this, because many people say that it's a wrong timing for you to have come to make this announcement. It's a wrong timing, and how will this help our leader to be released? And people have been listening and hearing. But sorry to take you back. You said when it all started that you got this message. For how long did you keep this message to yourself and you refused to let us know this message? For how long before you make the announcement? Please go ahead.
I kept it for almost 3 months. I kept it until that lady told me. And then I kept it. I was thinking that eventually our leader will come out, and then he's going to, and I'm going to tell him, like, when I get messages, I share with him. So I was hoping that he will eventually come out. I know that our freedom lies with this. I know that as a fact. I'm going to explain to you. So, but then announcing this was something I knew that I was not going to do. So I waited and waited and waited. Don't forget that I told you that a woman called me. A young woman called me and said, "Oh, I have a message for you." I said, "Okay, I'm listening." She said, "This woman doesn't know what what I've been battling with." she said, you have to deliver this message to our people. And I told her that I know, but I'm waiting for our leader to come out. She said, no, our leader will not come out until you deliver the message. So when people are talking about timing, they have no idea of what is going on. Timing, our leader has been in DSS custody, not even in prison. This is the maximum bondage. The maximum bondage. Don't forget, this man is not even in prison. He's in DSS custody in chains. People don't understand that he's in chains. He's chained. He's in chains on the concrete floor. The maximum bondage anybody can be in. And then July, August, September, October, you see all this while. And it's beginning to get clear to me that he's not going to come out. He's not even going to be sent to prison, to, like Kuje prison, where he can get some form of freedom, where he can communicate with us and give us instruction. He remained in the DSS dungeon, and people are going there to feed him life. People are taking all kinds of voodoo, all kinds of ritual, all manner of evil to him. And he's not free. And I'm watching this and seeing it play in my eyes. This man is going to remain in bondage. Believe me, if they have moved him at any point in time to even Kuje, where he can get some form of freedom, I would have still resisted. I would have still waited. And as time goes on, days, weeks, months, and I'm like, that's when I really started feeling sorry for myself. Why would I be the one to inflict this pain on people? Why would I be the one to tell people you do and you're not Biafran? Why would I be the one to tell them we have to embrace this name or our leader will not come out? Why me? Why poor me? Believe me. Then this lady called me and said, this is the message that she was given to give to me. She said, you must deliver this message or our leader is going to be there until 2023 like they are planning. And you can see the plans, it's right here. It's so, if anybody that denies that they don't see that these people are already making plans for 2023, they are lying to themselves. There is no way you could believe that they will use people in IPOB to conduct election in Anambra State. I'm like, I don't think it was going to happen. But it happened. There's every indication that I didn't follow this instruction, that our leader is going to remain in bondage. He is in the maximum bondage. He's not even in a prison. Why can't they put him in prison? These are mysteries that we don't understand. When we say that what we are doing is spiritual, these are spiritual things. So if I really wanted our leader to come out, this is a risk that I needed to take, and I took it. And then it was a divine mandate. It was an instruction that was given to me. I would rather offend man than offend God. I would rather release this message and have our leader come out than chicken out and suffer.
Okay. So I think you are talking about how it's important to embrace Edo as our name. But you say when you announce that our leader is going to come out, our leader is not yet out. So how is it that our leader is going to come out? How? And then you make mention of this woman who told you. Why are we? Did you make this announcement because of the woman? And who is this woman? Why do you so much believe in this woman? Please go ahead.
When the Bible says in the mouth of two witnesses, the truth is established. When God gives you instruction and you're like, you don't know. God uses a second person to emphasize, I really need you to do this. So, and I'm not going to call the woman's name because it's going to be her job to tell her own story. I don't know her full story. I don't know what she has been going on, what has been going on in her life. I don't know what she has been going through. I don't know how she was told to call me and tell me this. That's why I'm not going to mention her name. That's why I say it's going to be her own story to tell. Okay. So what was the other question you asked?
Will she come and tell us this story?
I don't know. It's for her. I believe she's listening, so it's her choice.
Yeah, because what you are saying now, from what you are saying now, because even from what people are asking in the comment section is that, so you made this announcement because of this woman. So we really need to know this woman. We really need to hear from her.
Anybody trying to emphasize that woman is a fool. It's a stupid person. I made this announcement because Jehovah mandated me to make this announcement. I made this announcement because I was told that our leaders' freedom and our nation's freedom depended on this announcement. I made this announcement because I had no choice, because I'm beginning to see with my eyes that our leader is not going to come out until I make this announcement. I made this announcement because God used a second person to tell me that I needed to make this announcement. So this is not about the woman.
Now it's clear.
People say it's about timing. No, yes, this was the timing, because we keep seeing our leader in bondage. How can the guilty hold the innocent? And you see it play out in your eyes. You said that our leader is not released. Let me tell you, what you don't understand is what's going on in the spiritual realm. There's chaos in the spiritual realm. After this was released, people started running around talking about our leader, impromptu from nowhere. Somebody announced that our leader is going to go to court on Tuesday. I don't even think our leader was scheduled to go to court. I believe they were trying to suppress this message. They were trying to say, oh, our people have not even accepted Edo, and then our leader is free. They had some evil conniving plan because they know what's going on. But the simple-minded doesn't understand what's going on. So when I started tweeting about Edo, how we need to accept it, that our leaders' freedom depended on this, that our nation's freedom depended on it, from nowhere, we were told that the court date for our leader was end of January 2022. All of a sudden, somebody woke up and said, oh, that our leader was going to go to court on the 2nd. So I was like, okay. So why? There was no court schedule. There was nothing going on. What is going to prompt the caliphate to instruct their minions? They have their puppets. What moved the caliphate to say that our leader is already released? They're just trying to make the connection. Nelly said that our leader will be free if we accept Edo. We have not accepted Edo, and our leader is free, so Nelly is lying. That was why they jumped out to deceive the people, to tell the people that our leader was in Kuje prison. So when I woke up, I saw our leader is going to be moved to Kuje prison. I was happy initially, but after a while, I saw our leader still in bondage. And I'm like, no, Kuje prison is not freedom, because God is telling me that he's not free, that he's still in bondage. So I didn't see him in Kuje. So I was expecting Kuje is better than where he is. So then towards the evening, I realized that all these things were made up. So basically, what the caliphate was using the people that made this announcement to do is to tell our people that Nelly said that we have to accept the truth, and the truth will make us free. That Nelly said that we have to accept our real name. Edo is our real name. That we have to accept our real name so that our leader can be free.
Sorry, before you go into that, sorry to cut you. So that is where I'm going to now.
Yes.
What are we now? Sorry?
Finish this. So
okay.
For them to tell our people that you have not even accepted Edo and our leader is free. That's what they wanted to put in the mind of people. To see that there's no connection. You don't have to believe it, that we are, Edo is our name. That Nelly said our leader will be free if we embrace our name. So they went and lied. It's all lied, made up. So you're going to, an average person is to ask them, why would these people wake up and make these lies up? Why would they say that our leader is going to court when he's not going to court? Why would they say that our leader is already in Kuje prison when he's not in Kuje prison? Why would they give the impression that our leader was getting freedom, a little bit of freedom? That he's going to do this indeed, get this and get that. Why? That's the question we need to ask. That is the spiritual aspect of it. What do these people know? What are they trying to run around for? What are they trying to cover? Why would they just wake up and say, oh, you didn't even believe you do, and our leader is still free? Because they don't want people to connect it. They don't want people to believe who they are, because they want us to remain in bondage, and they want our leader to remain in bondage.
Okay, thank you very much for that. My question I wanted to ask is, so now, what are we now fighting for now? Are we fighting for Biafra or Edo? Okay, right now, and then why is it that you have rejected that name? Because when you say you have rejected that name, who is going to finally announce this name? Is it our leader that will come out and announce this name, or you have announced the name? Or yes, that is where the question is now. And is our leader aware of this name?
Okay, why don't we go one at a time? Ask me the first question.
Okay, so what are we fighting for now? Is it Biafra or Edo?
We are fighting for our freedom. A name, it doesn't matter what name. We are fighting for our freedom. And our freedom dependent on we knowing who we are. We cannot fight to be free when we don't know who we are. We have to understand who we are. We have to understand our name. And if God is making it important for us to understand who we are, why are we fighting about the name? Why don't we say, oh, okay, I did my research. This is exactly who I am. Oh, I found this about me. Why are we running away from who we are? We are not fighting for a name. Biafra is a name. Edo is a name. We are fighting for our freedom. But there are criteria that we need to meet. There are things that have to be in place. God doesn't work random. God has set rules. So there are things. These are one of the things that we have to know. Because God said that we are going to know the truth. This is part of the truth that we need to know. And the truth will make us free. Like we have to stop stealing from IPOB money. IPOB money is sacrifice. It's a sacrificial object. It's a thing of sacrifice. These are one of the things that we needed to do. This is one of the truth that we needed to know. We also have enslaved our brothers and sisters. Our ancestors sold people into slavery. And we needed to do this atonement. Dr. Oka was supposed to talk about atonement and Ekwalo, which is going on in Biafra land right now. These are the truths that we have to know and take care of these truths. We cannot get our freedom based on a lie, based on lies, which means we don't know what we're working for. And God wants to give us a nation of truthful people. So I cannot ask God, why are you doing this? I'm not going to be the one to ask him. If he says that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do if we really want our freedom. So we are not fighting for a name. If our leader comes out after a freedom and our leader decided to give us chicken as a name, we will be glad to answer chicken. If our leader said, this Edo sounds horrible, we don't want it, that's okay. If we want Biafra, that's okay. But the bottom line is that we are not Biafran. That's not the name. That's not the name given to us. I'm going to tell you how they gave us this name and why they gave us this name and why we need to reject this name. So we are not fighting for names. We are fighting for freedom, not for.
So why do you reject the name Biafra? Why?
Okay. I'm going to have to come to your show because this is going to take an entire program. But I'm
just make it short. Yeah, I know.
I'm going to give an overview. So this is what happened. I'm going to start by telling us that, like I said, I'll come to your program. I'm going to explain what the War of Armageddon means. I'm going to explain a few things of what is going on in the world. There are things that's going on in the world that people don't understand. So maybe when I come to your program, I'll be able to tell us a little bit of that. And I also will relate it to our situation.
Okay.
Okay.
So does it do have meaning? Does it do have meaning?
That's what we need to find out. Remember, I gave you the son of Edomites. These are the Fulanese, the Caliphate. The son of the Edomites were the ones that conquered us in some of Mesopotamia in 1885. They are the slave raiders. They are the ones that started all these slaveries. They are the ones that make sure we don't remember who we are. I sent you something on from Wikipedia, where it was talking about the Idumeans. So the Edomites claim that their ancient name is Idumean. So they claim that's their old ancient name. That was the Greek version. So Idumea, then that was the Greek version of their name. So these Edomites, these slave raiders, these are descendants of Esau. We are the descendants of Jacob. So the descendants of Esau still have it in history that they are Idumean. Maybe eventually you can show that up. But there's no trace of us about Idu. There is no trace in any history telling us about our origin, about Idu. But you can see that these people claim they are located. They don't claim it. That's, they are located around Jordan, around Israel when you see it. And they are Idumean. That's what they're called. They say that's their old name. That's their old name. And then you begin to think about what is the conspiracy? Why is it that we have no history, nothing on the internet connecting us, telling us that we are Idu, or telling us the meaning of our name? So but the sons of Edomites are able to trace their original name, and they still know their original name, and it's in Wikipedia for everybody to see. But we don't have a trace of our original name. Most people don't know our original name. People my age don't even know. Imagine the younger ones. There's no way people that were born in the 90s or 80s will even know. If people in the 70s don't even know, I don't know about this name, that it existed. Until I was given the name, I was told the name. The only connection I had was the people of Igodomigodo who still connected this name to their origin. And then I found out that we are all Idu. Igodomigodo is only a kingdom in the nation of Idu. There is Idu Ubo, there is Idu Ijon, there is Idu Ibibio. Why did they make sure they take away Idu from our name? So that we'll be having the problem we're having. So that our leader will be having the problem he's having. The people that suggested Biafra to our leader, to Ojukwu, are also the people who are saying they are not Biafrans. They are the ones that suggested this name, came up with this name. After the Europeans, after the evil world powers conspired against us. I'm still going to talk about that. And came up with this name. And this guy suggested this name to our supreme leader, Ojukwu. And Ojukwu, being a kind person, a trustworthy, say, okay, I accept the name. How come the people that suggested the name are denying that they are Biafran? Because they're not Biafran. Biafra is a made-up name. Why is our leader having problem with, I am Biafra, I'm not Biafra, I am Biafra, I'm not Biafra, oh, this and that? Why is he having that problem? That is the purpose, because they don't want to know who we are, and they don't want to get our freedom.
That's a very important point.
Come up with the name. If they had told you are Idu Ubo, you are Idu Igodomigo, are you going to deny who you are? If they had allowed that history, are we going to deny who we are? It will be easier for us to come together and unite, because we are one person. Our leader is telling us that if you tie two rappers, that you are Biafran. But people are still resisting. They are not Biafran. And don't blame them because they are not Biafran. Biafra is a made-up name. It's a name that is cursed. There's a curse placed on that name, Biafra. When our leader was saying the Igbo people are cursed, no, our leader meant the name Biafra. Biafran people are cursed. And I'm going to talk to you about that. Okay? So if these people can remember their origin, and history is able to remind them, is it not suspicious that no history is reminding us of who we are? How come? What is this conspiracy about us? Why are all these people fighting us? Why don't they want us to exist? What is wrong with us? Or should I say, what is wrong with them? What is going on? These are the mysteries. But I'm telling you, this is the time. The clock goes round, it comes 360 degrees. We have come to that point that we are the original people on this planet. We are the rulers. We are the ones that are supposed to rule above every other kingdom. But Lucifer and his agents, the sons and daughters of darkness, conspired against us. There are powers and principalities in heavenly places. They are the ones ruling all this world. They conspired against us to make sure that the children of light do not prevail.
Dr. Nelly, sorry. Let us bring this issue that is important to us right now about this. there's something that you said that got my attention.
Yes.
And everybody knows that.
Yes.
That the name Biafra was suggested by somebody to
Yes.
Ojukwu. That is not our name. I think that is where you are making a very good point in what you have said today.
Yes.
Because that name was suggested, and there is no Biafran today. There is nobody that is talking about Biafra that does not know that name Biafra was suggested by somebody from Ijo to Ojukwu as at that time. And even the people that suggested that name, they are still arguing today. They say they are not Biafra, they are Niger Delta. You made a very good point there. But Dr. Nelly, you know that this name Biafra has been submitted all over the world. We have been dealing with the world with the name Biafra. Even the name Biafra is recognized everywhere. If you type Wikipedia now, you will see Biafra. Anywhere you go, you will see Biafra. How are we going to deal with that?
It's us. It's you. When you decide you don't want to be in Sima, who is going to tell you you must be in Sima? You have a right to change your name. You have a right to answer whoever you want to answer. But I'm going to tell you, we are entering into a new dispensation. I'm going to talk about it later on. If you remember, we were talking about the new world order, the one religion, new world order. That was the time. There are 300 families. I'm not going to go into the in depth about this. That is supposed to hand over the world to Lucifer to be in charge, and then blah blah blah. All those. Like, I'm not going to go into that. But what happened after? People didn't know that the war of Armageddon is going on. That it went on. It's going on. We are like walking around doing our things, and it's happening without us knowing it. So what happened is that Edo kingdom, God's people were not supposed to come. We were supposed to be extinct and gone forever. We are the children of light. We're not supposed to exist anymore. So if after Lucifer took over the world, we were supposed to be gone. But that's not the plan of God. God is supreme. So when there was this fight between the children of light and children of darkness, I'm going to tell you, children of light prevailed. That is why our leader was not killed in Kenya. Because if our leader was killed, we would have been gone. That would have been the end. I'm going to explain this mystery to us. If they had succeeded in killing our leader, that would have been it as for us as a people. But God wants us to connect. God wants us to be who he made us to be. God wants us to have our nation so that we can serve him in truth and in spirit. God wants this nation to rule. Our nation is the #1 nation in the world. We are going to rule over America. America is the new Babylon. We're going to rule over Babylon. We're going to rule over every other nation. We are going to serve God in truth and in spirit. We are going to connect to God. We are going to be more spiritual than physical than we are. God has a purpose for us because we're the original people. We are among the original habitation of this planet where we live on this earth. Life started through us, and life was going to go circle again back to us, and we're going to reign. We started every civilization. We started everything before every other person, but they're not going to tell us that because the devil is fighting God, trying to suppress us. Suppressing us is fighting God, making sure that what God ordained for mankind did not take place. So that's why we were supposed to be extinct. Our language is supposed to be extinct. Our language is the language of heaven. And Lucifer does not want this language to exist. He does not want us to be like God, the way God wants us. We were created even higher than angels. So our language, we're going to talk about that at another time. This language was supposed to go extinct. It's not just the Igbo language, the entire Edo language is supposed to disappear.
Okay.
And we as a people, we're supposed to disappear. So I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to say, you said something about Biafra. Have you ever wondered why, when you mention the name Biafra, everybody will run? When you say Biafra, everybody will take off. Even the nicest person wouldn't even refer to us as Biafra. They will say Christians. They will say people that live in the eastern region. Have you ever wondered, what is it about this name? Let me use my glasses. If this is Biafra, and somebody is running towards this, as soon as they see it, they take off, they go back. What is this carrying them? Why are people so afraid to mention the name Biafra? Why are people so afraid to come to our help? These are people that are free to help every other nation, every other person. But when it comes to Biafra, oh no, we can, this is like a no-go. It's like the name is like even a taboo. It's like, no, this is not something we're going to touch. Why? Have our people ever sat down and wondered why? Why can't people mention our name? Our leader said eventually CNN will start mentioning our name towards the end. Why is it a big deal that CNN will eventually mention our name? So if out of 6, maybe 100 news, they mention our name once, we're like, oh, now CNN is mentioning it. Have we ever wondered why? What is it that was done to this name that was given to us? Have we ever tried to ask that question? Why is it that even America, the nicest people, will not come and mention the name Biafra or try to help us, Biafra? They can help every other person, but they cannot help, they can even help us calling us Eastern Nigeria. They can help us by saying Christians, but they will never say the word Biafra. Why? This is the question, why? And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea why.
Okay. I thought you wanted to say that. But let me ask this question that is disturbing everybody now, because I can see it. Okay, so the question now is that you have announced this is due now. So is there anything that we have to do for our leader to be released? Okay, because now we now know the name Idu. Idu is everywhere right now. People are talking about it. So now that this name has been announced, do we have a part to play for our leader to be released with this name? Or yes, do we have a part to play for our leader to release with this name? And is he aware? Please.
Our leader is not aware because they don't take my information to him. They are the ones conniving with the DOS. Even when we send information to our leader, it doesn't get to him. I'm going to tell you up front. So if it was easier for me, initially we'll send a message to Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and Ifeanyi will deliver it. These days he doesn't, and we don't bother. I don't bother, asking him, please, can you tell our leader this? Can you say this? I don't do that anymore. Because most of the time the message is not delivered. But I don't want to talk about that right now. So what was the question? I forgot your question.
I said now that we now know the name, is there any part? What do we have to do? Do we have to do anything?
Believe me, if I knew all these things, I would give an answer to it. What I know is that it says that we have to know the truth. We have to acknowledge who we are. We are not acknowledging it. We are letting these evil people, we are letting the caliphate use all these evil people to make sure we don't assimilate who we are. Hearing about it doesn't mean you know it. You know it when you acknowledge it, when you accept it, when you get it into your being. This is exactly who I am. How do we do that? Do your research. Ask questions. Figure out, where is this coming from? Accept it as who you are. It doesn't matter what name you want to answer. Just know that this is who you are. I think God wants us to know who we are. You cannot be fighting for something you don't know. You have to know what you're fighting for. So that's what I think God wants us to know who we are. The other thing, I'm going to give you, let me just give you a little illustration. This is you're in Sima. And then you have $1 million that is put in an account for you. And you'll be fighting so hard to get to the destination, to the bank or wherever the money is. You took a flight, you rode on a bike, you swam, everything, you did everything. And eventually you came to the location, to the bank, where this $1 million was kept for you. And when you got there, you said, oh, I'm in Sima. I have $1 million in this account. I'm here to get it. And when they checked, you gave them the information. They checked. They say, no, this is not in Sima. This is okay. Or maybe they say this is in C, even though you're in Sima. Let me use something close to your name. And you're telling them, oh, it's me. It's the same thing. Oh, it's me. Oh, when I was in high school, my friends used to call me, they gave me this name, in C boy. So that's me. That's in C. But they said, no, you said you're in Sima. You said, oh, I'm in C boy. And now here it says that the account is connected to Insima. And you're trying to prove to them that in C boy, the nickname that was given to you in high school is your name and that you're entitled to that money. And then when the bank manager, everybody said, no, you are in C boy. And this account, this money belongs to Insima. What are you going to do if you really want to claim that money? I'm asking you, what are you going to do if you really want to claim that money? The money is there with your name, Insima. But you came with an ID that says Insi boy. And they're telling you Insi boy is not the same as Insima. So what are you going to do?
Of course, if I know that Insima is my name, because they don't know it, I have to go and get identification that will show that I'm Insima.
Thank you. I think that's the crossroad. That's where we are right now. Our freedom is right here in the corner. We've already traveled. It's like you being at the point at the bank and you're presenting an ID. The ID is saying Insi boy. And the bank manager is telling you, no, we have money for Insima. We don't have money for Insi boy. All you have to do is go back and get an ID to show that you are in Sima. You get rid of Insi boy. That is the point we are at right now. We are fighting our freedom with a fake name, a false name, a name that was given to us. A name that is similar to Insi boy. Insi boy is a name that was given to you. And you loved it, you've been carrying it along. When you went to the bank, they told you the money is deposited under the name Insima. They've been giving us this Biafra. That's not who we are. We are the point that we need to get our freedom. We are at that point that we need to cash that $1 million that was deposited for us. What do? We're going to go back and get our real identity so that we're going to claim that. We have to claim that money. If you want to claim that money, you go and get rid of that ID that said Insibo. You're going to get the ID that said Insima. When you present Insima to the bank manager, they will say, yes, this is the guy. They will give you your $1 million that has been saved for you, that you suffered all this while. You suffered all this while to get to the bank. And the only thing that was stopping you from getting that money is because the money is in the name of Insima. Then your ID is saying Insibo. We are at that point. They gave us a name, Biafra. That is not our name. Our freedom is stored with our real name. We are the people of Idu. That is where our freedom is. And we already read, we are presenting our ID, saying, oh, this is me, I'm coming to collect my Biafra. I'm calling to collect my freedom. And they ask you your IDs, Biafra. Oh, we don't have anything saved for Biafra, but we have something saved for Edo. What are you going to do if you really want to get that thing? Like you really wanted to get your money. If we really wanted our freedom, why can't we think about this? Why can't we process it? Why did the white people take away our name? They know that we're not going to get our freedom with a fake name. It is not in their plan for us to get our freedom. Because they know we're going to keep on running around, and we're going to get to the point where we're at the point to get our freedom, and they're going to tell us it's a fake name. There's no way. God works in principle. God works in sequence. That is what is called Fibonacci sequence. When you look at Fibonacci sequence, you will see that everything that God does, God cannot work against his own laws. God works in patterns. God works with rules and regulations. You cannot claim what is not yours with a fake name. They gave us that name for a reason, because they plan to keep us in bondage forever and ever. They plan to make sure that we are the people of God. We are the only ones that answer the name of our Father. We answer Umuchineke. We answer Ikechukwu. We answer Chinyere. We are the direct descendants of Jehovah. And they don't want us to connect to who we are. That's why they made up that name and gave it to us. Even other people that changed their name still remember their old name. But they make sure to wipe it off in history. So that when we go to the bank, when we get to the point when we're about to get our freedom, we are stuck. Because our ID is saying Biafra. While our freedom, the people that are supposed to be free, are the Edo people. Why is it so important to God? I don't know, because I'm not God. I cannot answer that question. Maybe in the near future, we'll be able to find out. Maybe our children, the next generation, will be able to find out.
Okay, Dr. Nelly. Thank you for that. The concern of everybody right now is that we want our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be free unconditionally. And you are making emphasis of knowing who we are in order for us to be able to free our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So now that you have made this announcement, I want to ask again. So do you know the time frame that our leader is going to be released?
I have no idea, but believe me, our leader is not going to be here in December. That's why we're doing everything possible. Like somebody said, oh, you're threatening the elders. I'm like, the elders are going there to conspire against us, to make arrangement, for political arrangement. Because as long as they're concerned, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is gone. Biafra is gone. All this things have ended. I keep on telling you it's spiritual. They know. But we here don't, some of us even know, the people that don't want us to be free. So like you said, we're going to keep on doing whatever we do. This is an instruction that was given to God by God. You're not going to tell him how to carry out what he wants to carry out. He knows what he wants to do. He just needs a messenger. And I've delivered my message. I'm not going to tell him, how, but I know that our freedom ties to this. This is something I can tell you. We are going to sit at home. Like I said, if the time comes, we are going to let these people know, even if it means giving them some peanuts to eat, we're going to do it. Our leader said, if we don't see him, that we need to set the zoo on fire. I'm asking these people, have we seen our leader? He's under chains in DSS dungeon. Did we see him? They present to us whatever they want to present to us. We need to get into action. We need to do things because our freedom ties in this. If God said that we have to acknowledge and know who we are and our leader will be free and our nation will be free, how do we question God? We're just going to wait and watch. But I'm going to tell you, what is it that triggered these people to come up with this lie all of a sudden? Come up with this lie that our leader was going to court, that our leader was going to Kuje prison, that this and that was happening. Why? We don't know. Those are mysteries. Those are spiritual things that we may not understand until it's revealed to us. So when an instruction is given to us, we need to follow it. My question to you, are we Edo or are we not in your mind? Let's figure that out first. Do you think this might be who we are? I ask you.
Your question is, you're asking me if we are Edo, right?
Yeah, if you believe, if you think we are, yes.
I believe that we have a name before Biafra was suggested.
Okay. But you don't
so
know.
I know that name is possibly to be Edo or any other name, but it's not definitely Biafra.
Okay.
That is what I believe.
Okay.
And I want to answer the original name that we answered. That is why if you look at the people of Akwa Ibom, our name is not Akwa Ibom. Yes. We are originally we were Calabar before they came and scatter us and now divide us into Akwa Ibom and Cross Rivers. But now what we are doing is that we are tracing to know the root, our real name. And the extent that we have traced to now is our name is not Akwa Ibom, our name is not Calabar, because Calabar was given by the Portuguese people to us. That name was given by the Portuguese people to us. Our name that we have traced to is Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is our original name right now. So our people know that, and that is what we are doing on the ground, advocating and letting our people know that our original name is not Akwa Ibom, is not Cross Rivers. We are together, we are one people, and our original name is Akwa Ibom. Which what you are saying now is something we are trying to do as well. So, but I know that this is very, very important. And even the Queen of England knows that name, Akwa Ibom.
Yes.
Because as at that time, they were dealing with our king, the king as at that time, with that name, Akwa. So, but they later changed it and changed our identity. So, I 100% understand and believe what you are talking about. Understand me? And that is why we are talking about it today.
Okay.
See, people say in the comment section, oh, I'm going to lose people. You are mad. Do you think I need rubbish people around me? I need people. Our leader talked about 100 men. That is the people I need. People that is going to give us freedom.
Thank you.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So, if we already know that we are not Biafran, that's a name that was given to us. And we know somebody is saying, it doesn't matter how crazy that person is. He's saying that we need to identify who we are so that we can get our freedom. If we really want our freedom, why can't we just do it? The people that you hear is the agents of Lucifer among us. The people that are making sure to suppress us. The people that they are using. Remember, when they gave us this name, they used our own people to do all the rituals they did against this name. They're supposed to gradually kill us until we get, we don't exist anymore. That was the plan. When the war, okay, before I digress a little bit, if we had been told, we already established that Biafra is not our name. And from the phone calls, from the messages I'm getting after I released this announcement, a lot of people are confirming that our real name, that we are Edo people. People have called me to tell me there's a war between the Igbos, our people, and the Yoruba, the people of Edo, way before they came and changed our names. Aga Edo Noba, a war between Edo people and other people, the Yoruba people. So that's a fact. I also had a friend call me to tell me that in a village in Enugu, there's a village called Amoweli Idu Ago. Amoweli Idu Ago. Okay. And then I remember, I'm just trying to tell you, this is who we are. This is our name, even though they try to wipe history. These are, from people that I've spoken to. I remember growing up, usually Christmas is the best time of the season. We usually go to the village to spend Christmas with, with our grandmother and our relatives. Other cousins will come back home too. So I remember my grandmother, she would tell us when when like my brothers, the boys, they go outside and play and come back, they look all dirty and all frizzled out. My grandmother would say, why are you looking like the wild animal from Edo thick forest? Why are you looking like a wild animal from the Edo thick forest? He would say, Idikani Idu Ago, Idikani Idu Ago, Idu Ago. There is Idu Uno, where people live. There is Idu Ago, thick forest that has nobody has entered it since the creation of this world. That thick forest. So my animals that came from that forest are animals. Some of them have never been seen. Some of them are wild animals that have never been seen. So if you're strange looking, all dirty, my grandmother would say you're looking like a wild animal from the Edo forest. Why? So what was that Edo? Why is animal from the thick forest of Edo looking wild? Because when you came home dirty, she would go tell you, go take a shower. You're looking like a wild animal from the thick forest of Edo. That tells us who we are. History will never tell you that. They make sure to wipe it out. Like Prince Oka also talked about a senator whose name is Edo. There are other people who, and I've been receiving calls about signs in there telling us who we are. They couldn't get rid of these names. They couldn't get rid of who we are. Even though they try in history book, on the internet, you're not going to find it. But when you go places, you will find it. When that caller called to talk about Idu Ikodo, that was the only clue, the only thing that linked Idu to any of us. All of us are the people of Idu. We're all the kingdoms of Idu. We have a big nation. Do you think that if we had known that we are Idu, do you think that if our leader have known that we are Idu, do you think he will have, he suffered a lot to unite us. Do you think he would have incurred this much problem in trying to explain to us you're Biafran? Because if we trace our origin to who we are, if we understood that we are from Edo, it would have been easy for our leader to unite us. That's what they didn't want to happen. They didn't want us to unite as a nation, because telling us who we are will unite us. We wouldn't be denying who we are. If anybody said they are not Biafran, they are right, because they are not Biafran. Imagine if we have found this secret and our leader was able to make all this connection. And then he told us about the Edo, who we are. And we started talking to our elders and making research. And then he was able to establish that all of us are Edo. Do you think he would have suffered as much as he did? No. Do you think people would have still been in denial of who they are? No. Because that's who we are. That's our name. It would have been super easy for him to unite everybody. It would have been super easy for us to come together and take our nation from this uncircumcised. But they didn't want that to happen. That's why they made sure to wipe our name, wipe it from our head, wipe it from history. And they gave us a name that we can use to go to the bank and we won't be able to cash our money. We're at the point of getting our freedom. And we have to know the truth, because the truth will make us free. We have to know who we are. Who we are is part of the truth. We are not Biafran. If you don't think we're Edo, tell us who we are, because we need to be free. We need to know who we are so that we can be free. If we are not the people of Edo, you better come up with who we are, because we need to know who we are so that we can get our freedom. That's all I can say for that.
The next question will be atonement, and I think Prince Uka would have talked about that, but I can't see him here. I don't know how much of knowledge you have about the atonement issue. And then what I want to say, sometimes I like to be like a layman, like a foolish person, because we need to be able to explain to people that are foolish so that we can convert them to make them to be smart. Okay, and we have lots of questions and callers anyways. So now is the reason people are confused that now that our leader is kidnapped, is in DSS custody. Are we going to wait for our leader to come and do this properly, or we are the one doing it ourselves? And if we do it ourselves, is he going to release our leader? I mean, because I can see everybody's problem. That is where their problem is. How can we make people to understand that we are not changing any name, or we are waiting for our leader to change name? I want to understand that, because maybe it will help other people to get the message we are passing.
What we need to know is the truth. He didn't tell us to start plowing the mountains. He just said...
So we are not changing any name. We just need to know the truth.
We have to know the truth, who we are. And we have to believe God that our leader is going to come out and see what is going on, and then tell us, yes, that's who we are. If we're not Edo, we're eventually going to know who we are. Right now, this is coming up for us to know that we are not Biafra, because the name Biafra is cursed. I'm going to discuss that. When our leader said the name Igbo is cursed, I'm going to explain what he meant. That name, they did a ritual that was, we are part of it. That is what is called a covenant. There's an agreement. You cannot just break an agreement. We are part of this. There are powers in the world. There were leaders in the world that came together and did this conspiracy against us. Changed our name. Did a conspiracy with the name Biafra. They're supposed to be killing us, selling our body parts, killing us. The war was supposed to eliminate us completely. They didn't expect that we're going to resist for 3 years. After we, even though we were dying, they were also dying. What did they do? They tricked us. It's allowed. They're allowed to lie and trick people into it. They tricked us. They said no victor, no vanquished. Because if we had continued the war, we would have won. But they were dying too. So what did they say? No victor, no vanquished. That was a lie. We gave up, and they still continue to enslave us. And I'm going to tell us why it was our fault. We brought it upon ourselves. Our ancestors brought it upon themselves. The European came. These are world leaders. These are people that worship Lucifer. These are people that were working against God and the saints of God. They are the ones that came. They are the ones that the devil used to come and deceive us. But then in my culture, in my language, they say, if I tricked you, where is your brain? Where is your common sense? So they came and tricked us. We did evil things that God abhors. What can separate us from the love of God? It's only sin. Sin will make God turn aside, and then your enemies will come and conquer you. We are conquered because we sinned against God. It's not that God is not powerful enough to save us. We already separated ourselves from the love of God. And then these people, because they came and lied to us and deceived us, and we're already evil. We did things with them. We gave them our children. We gave them our virgins. They used them to do rituals and incantations against us. They used it to place a curse on us, on the name. The plan was for us to be killed until there was no other person left. They were going to kill all the young people, and they would take over the old people, chase everybody away. That's why we are running all over the place. We're here, we are running health. We cannot stay in that place because we accepted a false pronunciation upon ourselves. We entered into an agreement with the Edomite, the sons of Esau, the slave raiders, the evil people who wanted to suppress God. That's why we're getting killed. And some fool said, people have died in this Biafra. Oh, we will have to be. More people are going to die. Are we born to be killed? Are we meant to come and then they kill us, we die? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? So if they kill us another 3 years, you will stick to the name Biafra and get killed. They're going to keep killing us. That's how it was designed. That's why the name was given to us. We are meant to die until we don't exist anymore. And this foolish person is going to tell me, people have died because of Biafra. People have died in the name of Biafra. And I'm saying you're a fool, because people will continue to die until you reject whatever was done with that name. Because it is not our name. It is not our name. And we cannot allow to be killed because of that name. We're not going to be allowed for our body parts to be sold all over the world because of that name. Why is it that no other people are being killed as much as we're killed in this generation, this dispensation? Why us? Why are they coming killing us in the streets and nobody's saying anything? And you're telling people have died because of this name. Why is it that God changed the name of Ebra to Abraham when he wanted to change his life? Why did God change Sarah to Sarai? Why did God change Jacob to Israel? Why is it important to change your name? Why do we need to change our name? Why did these powers and principalities in heavenly places, come to change our name? To change it from what it is, from the glorious name, from the glorious people that we are, change it to Biafra, a cursed name. Why did they have to change our name? What is it in a name? That is the question. And you're going to stick to a name that is killing and condemning you because people have died. You're ready to die more because you love Biafra. I love Biafra, but I don't want to die because of Biafra, in the name of Biafra. All the heroes that died, let me tell you, they're going to be rejoicing because they now know that their death is not in vain, because we're eventually going to get what we're looking for. Because over there, they already know who we are. We are just living in the state. Why are we going to keep dying? Ask them, why did these people change our name? How come when God wants to bless you, all the people in history that God blessed, God changed their name to sound what they prophesied, to sound the good thing, to sound multitude, to sound that you're going to have a child, to sound that you're going to be a father of multitude? Why did God change it? It's the same rules, the same principles. Devil knows these rules. That's why the devil changed our name. Our name have to change. Maybe if we find out what Edo means, we will see that it's a blessing. That maybe it means the people of God. Because we answer Umuchineke. And they don't want us to answer Umuchineke. They don't want our name to connect to God. They know what it means. They know the secret more than we do. That's why they need to they stripped us, they changed our name and gave us a fake name. And they cursed that name, they placed a curse on that name. And we're supposed to keep dying until we go extinct. Why can't we try to figure out who we are? What is our real name? We can't keep dying because they gave us this fake name. They know the principles of law. They know how God works. They know that if you want to change your name, you have to change it and speak it out. Speak it out. That's why they changed our name, to make it evil, to make it what they want it to be. People that are going to be killed and their body parts sold. People that are not, because the Fulanis are eventually, this was the time they were supposed to take us over completely. But God did not allow them. We keep on multiplying. I think we're multiplying more than any other people I know. Despite how much we kill, we're still everywhere. Because God blessed us. God doesn't intend for us to extinct because we sin. He's still glorious. He still wants to save us. That's why they cannot exterminate us. They kill us, we have more children. They kill us, we have more children. We're still all over the place because we are God's people. We are God's people. That's why they cannot do it. That's why we are at the point where we are right now. That's why we need to know. Ask questions. Why did they change our name? Why is it that they don't even want us to remember our name? Why is it that people like Obasanjo will be happy saying that Igbo language will go extinct? What is his business with Igbo language? Why is he happy that Igbo language will go extinct? Because there is a conspiracy against us. For us to go extinct, for our language to go extinct. Because our language is a direct language to heaven. They don't want us to connect to God one-on-one. They don't want us to have that language. When you take away people's language, you take away their identity, you take away everything about them. They took our name already. And they're taking our language. When I was growing up, you don't speak Igbo in school. You get spanking because you're speaking vernacular. Even at home, my dad didn't allow us to speak Igbo. He would tell us, don't speak, say it in English, don't speak vernacular. A lot of us lost the language. That is their agenda, to make sure when we lose our language, we lose our identity. When you lose your name, you lose your identity. That's why they stripped off our name and gave us a name that is cursed. There is a curse. It's a conspiracy. It's a global conspiracy. Next time, I'm going to tell you, everybody that conspired to kill us, to give us that name, to place that curse, they have all died. And all their offsprings will go extinct. They are not going to move to the next dispensation. I'm going to talk to you about the next dispensation, the new dispensation. When our leader was saying that Biafra will be the last miracle on earth, this is what it meant. The current dispensation that we are in is already about to end. We're going into a new dispensation where we will have the opportunity to worship God in truth and in spirit. So this is going to be the last miracle of this dispensation. After this dispensation, after this miracle, we are going to know God for who God is. We are going to be the people that God ordained us to be. We are going to be the leader of all other nations. We were created and born to be the leader of every other nation. We are going to take over from everybody, even from America. America is going to disintegrate. There's not going to be any global. This is how the devil controls people. They put everybody together to control them. There's not going to be any more World Health Organization. There's not going to be any more UN, UN, all that. It's all going in the new dispensation. No, we are going to connect with God one-on-one as an individual. Every nation will connect to God one-on-one. The devil is not going to put us together and rule us anymore. There's not going to be powers, powers and principalities ruling kingdom. God's own spirit. Idu spirit is the spirit of God. Is going to rule our nation. We're going to rule. We're going to prevail. Whatever they try to prevent cannot be prevented anymore.
Thank you very much. I just want you to be clear with something now. So now you have told us about this, Edu. Your intention. What is your intention? In my opinion, what I think is your intention. Your intention is to let us know the truth, because the truth will set us free. And then when our leader comes out, he is the one that is going to say, okay, this is that or that. Is that what you mean?
Let him just come out. Like I said, if I'm told to run naked on the streets of Los Angeles, for our leader to come out, I will do it. Probably before I run from one block to the other, they will call the paramedics, get me arrested, put me in the mental hospital. I'm ready to do it. So if I'm told to make this announcement so that our leader will come out, I did it. All I want is to follow instruction. I don't know why God does what he does. That's why he's God. I'm just a servant. I'm just a messenger. If all we needed to do is realize that we are not Biafrans, even if anything, once we reject that we are not Biafran, I don't think we're going to keep on dying. This is me. I don't think because everything that bound us to that name, we're going to remove ourselves from that. So all I want to do is do whatever that will make our leader come out. When our leader comes out, this is going to be his decision, because he is the one, he's the leader. He's the one that has the mantle. But if I'm told to do it and I'm not doing it because I don't want to offend people, I don't want people to misunderstand me, and my leader is in DSS dungeon, not even in Kuje prison, where he can communicate, where I can send a message and say, I don't mind sending somebody to say, this is what I was told. A couple of times I've been giving messages, I've already given it to him. He knows. So I would have been glad to go give it to him and say, oh, this is, believe me, he will look into it. And don't think that if I'm giving this instruction, don't think that God has not ministered it to him right now. I don't think so. I think he probably knows. So all I'm doing is follow instruction. Anything that will help our leader come out. Any instruction that I'm giving, I say, this is what you have to do for Mazen Nadikan to come out. That is the bottom line. If I have to put this out there, let me tell you, there's something about spoken word. When I put the name Edu, people are crying. Some people are like, what is this? But what you're going to, oh, this crazy woman, she said, we're Edu. Oh, what is Edu? This Edu. This, because the world was created by spoken word. God created the entire universe by spoken word. So for the fact that it's already out in the air, we are speaking it out. It's in the environment. It's doing whatever it needed to do. Believe me, people are thinking about it. People are beginning to ask questions. People are beginning to think, what is this Biafra? Why am I dying with this name Biafra? Why have we died for almost 50 years with this name? And it doesn't look like there's going to be any change. The closer we get, it looks like we're a little further away. We were getting ready for our flag to be raised. Then our leader was kidnapped, abducted, to be killed. I'm going to talk about what happened in Kenya. And I want to say it before our leader comes out so that he will be able to confirm if what I said is actually what happened. You're going to make out, I'm going to explain to you how they tried to kill him. Everything they did to him every day. They killed him every day of the 7 days that he was there. And I'm going to describe it to you. And I want it to be in record so that when our leader comes out, he's going to listen to that and say, okay, Nelly, yeah, this happened. You're right. Or no, it didn't happen. I think I want to do that before he comes out to tell his own story. Yeah, so if I answered your question, the bottom line is that we're following instruction. We said that what we are doing is spiritual. What we are doing is spiritual. This is part of the spiritual thing that we're doing. We need to get the name out here. And God is going to do what he wants to do with it. And I'm telling you, the better you ask questions and accept who you are, the earlier we get our freedom. That's all I can say for now.
Okay, thank you very much. There's a video I want us to listen before we just continue, because lots of people are, as I don't know if we can take questions and calls. Lots of people are calling. We can take one or two if you agree. But there's a video I just want us to listen a little bit, and maybe it's going to help us understand it more as well. Just give me a little bit of time. Let me bring on the video.
In the name of Christ in the Bible, I will become a Christian. In time
that is too critical, that people are looking for way forward. This thing can come far later after we have raised our flag. Change is only constant. At this point in time, this is very unhealthy and a very massive distraction.
You didn't hear what I just said.
Yeah, but Mazi John, there's no distraction. I don't believe it's a distraction. We are not saying we are attempting anything.
What I said.
See,
You're ignorant. You're ignorant. You didn't hear what I just said. You're ignorant. You didn't understand what I said. You are an ignorant fool. You didn't understand what I said. You have to know this.
Dr. Nelly, hold on. Dr. Nelly, hold on. There's something that he's saying that you're not getting. He's saying that a lot of people don't understand that the Iraq, what the Iraq is going to be saying now is that you want to change the name. And that is causing a lot of confusion.
No, he came up with the Afara, Biafra. We're not going to believe lies.
Nsima. If you go to the Facebook tomorrow morning,
yes,
you will see misinterpretation of
yes, that's their job. That's their job.
That is very unhealthy.
That's why they
It's
were
not everybody that is as smart as you are. It's not everybody that is as smart as I am. It's not everybody that is as smart as Dr. Nelly is. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mazi, please make your point. Yeah, so that we can take another call.
My point is this.
Yes.
Going forward,
I don't know what happened. Hello, Mazi, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead. What did you say? Going forward?
What moving forward?
Yes.
What we need to release.
Okay,
Mazi told me that. Can you hear me?
We are not hearing you before, Mazi. What are you saying?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I said, going forward, what we need to release our leader is action on ground. And not God told me this and God told me that. God told me this, put the zoo the way it is today. God told me that. It's what Mbaka is preaching.
No problem, Mazi. No, we have been talking about taking action. I want to ask you a question. Who is going to take the action?
Okay. Me, I have suggested before that I should be given that chance to do it. This is going to 1 month now. Has anything happened from my side?
So the question is, why?
Who get a chance?
What do you say, Dr. Nelly?
Who is going to give him the chance?
So who is going to give you the chance? That is the question.
You said you've been waiting to get the chance. Who is going to give you the chance?
Don't we have North Korean, not American body of the struggle?
Okay, so what is stopping us from contacting them?
So who have you called? Who have you contacted?
I tried to reach out to everybody, even Simon Ekpa. I have tried to reach out to everybody. See, if we want to change name, Dr. Nelly should change Nelly. Nelly is English name. I should also change John. John is English name. In Sima, you also have an English name attached to your name.
No, I don't have any English name, Mazi.
Let's focus on what is a doctor is not an Igbo name. Doctor is not Igbo name.
I'm trying not to
Nelly is not Igbo name. It is English name.
trying not to
John is not Igbo name. It is English name.
You made your point. Tell them that I didn't cut you out.
Point in time, what we need to release our leader is action.
Tell them that I didn't cut you out.
They are thinking, way forward.
Can you get another call? Tell them that I didn't cut you out. You wanted to push you out.
We agree that the white man stands us religion.
You made
but
no
our
point.
leader has made point on this Biafra thing. He said, for instance, that
You don't have a point. You're making no point.
It is now, if you put B,
You are making no point.
if I can get that program, I would send it to you.
Mazi, let me ask you something.
Get
You know,
some
because let me ask you something. You say you are waiting for somebody to give you action, opportunity to do something. The problem is, can you not do something without these people giving you opportunity to do something?
We're in the 6th month and you're still waiting for somebody. 6 months, you're still waiting for
I cannot run the program without followers. And if followers don't like, it's not everybody in the world that is following me. So we means that you have to start something on your own so that people will follow you.
No, he said he was supposed to call. It took him almost 6 months to call.
That is the point. So you say there is ESN. So why is the ESN not doing something?
And what have you done? You've been waiting for 5 months. You've been waiting for 5 months to do something. And somebody is doing something.
Even if we change the do today, our leader will be in there. That's the simple thing here.
That is your obedience. Go do something. Go do something that can bring your leader out.
Mazi, thank you very much. Let me allow another person to speak.
Okay, no problem.
Dr. Nelly, do you want to respond to our Mazi John?
I've been trying not to yell at him. He can go and do something. He said he's been waiting for 5 months to call somebody to tell him what to do or to give him authority to do something. He needs to go do something that we need our leader to come out. Whatever he's told to do, let him do it. Everybody, our leader said, if you know what you have to do to give us our freedom, do it. So that fool needs to go and do something. Whatever he thinks is in his head to help our leader come out, he needs to go and do it so that our leader can come out. I am doing what I'm told to do so that our leader will come out. Your stupid self needs to go and do what you think you need to do. Go and do something. Stop calling on people's program and trying to come up with lies. Go and do something so that our leader can come out. I am doing something. I'm giving instruction and I'm following that instruction so that our leader will come out. Hey, Unama, go do something. We need our leader to come out. Hypnotized fool.
Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello, Sima. Here I'm Solomon. I'm calling from Germany.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to ask some question because it's written to ask question about Edo Kingdom. And the question is directed to Dr. Nelly. What is an objective focusing on this Edo Kingdom? And secondly,
but are you just joining us? Are you just joining us? First of all, are you just joining us?
I'm just listening.
You are just joining. Okay. What is all your question, please?
Yeah, the question is because the focus emphasis is on Edo Kingdom, as I see you written on the topic. So this is what I called for to ask about.
Yeah, but you came late now. That's the point. That's why I asked you, because what you just asked now, she has explained it. She has told you her intention. She said the reason why she's making the announcement is because she was told that she needs to make this announcement for people to know the truth, and that truth will help our leader to be released. That is what she said, and that is her intention. Our intention is not changing any name. Our intention is for us to know the truth. Then when our leader comes out, he will raise up the flag. There is no confusion anywhere. Anybody that is confused is a fool. We can't help fools. Mazi, what is the next question?
Whatever our leader, if maybe you got some other instruction that will help our leader come out. Go do whatever you need to do for our leader to come out.
On our struggle.
Sorry, say that again.
The impact of slavery,
yes,
or profiting from war, on our struggle. But looking on the perspective of all what she's saying, understanding her position is very difficult. So it's only her who has to clarify us what is her position in general view of the struggle.
Okay, Mazi, thank you for your question. I believe she will be able to answer that. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to answer it because he needs to go and go back to the program.
Yeah, don't worry. I know. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, my name is Osita. I'm calling from UK.
Osita, please, what is your question?
Okay, my question, I just want to say, Dr. Nelly is right in what she said about Idu. I remember at home, in the village, at times when you do something at home, they will call you AGATHA Idu, means strong man of Idu. For all this while, it never even crossed my mind at what is the meaning of it. So it's something that, if you don't know, you will not know. It's just when they were talking about it, why are they calling us AGATHA Idu? When you do something, maybe if you're stubborn and you do something, and they say, AGATHA Idu, meaning strong man of Idu. So it's just left for everyone to go and ask the elders, what is the meaning of it? I believe most people in the villages know what I'm trying to say. AGATHA Idu.
Yes.
Ask them, what is AGATHA Idu?
Yes.
So if it doesn't have a meaning, why did they call us AGATHA Idu? AGATHA Idu means strong man of Idu.
Yes.
So all this while, I have never asked what is Idu. But because of this issue coming up, I thought when this announcement came up, I didn't take any interest in it, but I know Dr. Nelly has been truthful in most of the things she has been saying. But while she was explaining this, I begin to wonder, what is the meaning of when they call you AGATHA Idu, when you do something? They call you AGATHA Idu. So I'm trying to find out where does that Idu come from? So you now start connecting together that there must be something in it that we don't know. So thank you, Dr. Nelly, for what you guys are doing. I do appreciate it.
Thank you for calling, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate your contribution. Thank you very much. Yes, when you look at like old people, there's all these references about Idu, and none of us have ever asked, what is this about Idu?
Hello?
Yeah, we have another call on the line. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Kingsley. I'm calling from South Korea.
Okay, please. Do you have a question? Go ahead.
I really, because when I heard about this Idu kingdom, I made a research. You know why our people, one thing with our people is that they don't research before they go into exam hall. That's why when they come out in public, they speak like fools.
There are so many foolish people. Yes.
Yeah, truth remains that when you hear of a thing, you go back, you have elderly men in your community, you go ask them questions. You do your own personal research. Then you will find out, like I said, this last caller said, that when people are praising God, they will be calling God AGATHA Idu during the time of praise and worship. And two, I have did my own research. I have consulted people from my own place, and they confirmed to me that yes, we are the children of Idu kingdom. And my father told me that because my father died at the age of 110. So he told me they migrated from Bini kingdom, the ancient kingdom of Bini. Then this recent time we call it Bini. It was called the Idu. And if you go to history, the king that ruled that kingdom was called Idu. That began. The problem we have is that people refuse to do research before they come out in public to argue. And again, in the book of Proverbs, the Bible said, give heed to instruction, for it is thy life. So you cannot ask Dr. Nelly after this, what next? The only thing she did was she was given an assignment, speak the word. Like Ezekiel was asked, will this dry bone rise again? Ezekiel said, thou know it, because he don't want to argue. So this situation now is like a situation of a dry bone. And God said, prophesy, as Dr. Nelly was asked to prophesy, which he did. The next two is supposed to wait and see. The flesh come and cover the bone, the dry bone. So I don't see why people just wake up. Well, again, I don't blame the era because they receive free data, free recharge card, so they can say anything they want to say. They can talk carelessly. But the truth remains that a spiritual person should think about the spiritual thing and look deep about the message, not the messenger. due to the foolishness of a man, they look at the message and not the message. Go through the message, do your research as a human being. You will know where you come from. So the other caller said, Afara, Biafra. That is bullshit. That is pure bullshit. There's nothing like a Biafra. And my question is, Mr. Nsima.
Yes.
Before Portuguese call us Biafra, what was our name?
It's just like you asking me, before they call us Calabar, what was our name? I know our name. Our name now is Akwa, but I know we are not Calabar. Calabar was the name given by the Portuguese to us. So I know the thing is funny, but I see one thing I also understand from what Dr. Nelly is doing. I like these conversations. The blackmailing from Iraq or anybody doesn't concern us, because at the end of the day, the truth will come out. Because what this will trigger is that people will go and do research. And just like what you are saying now, people will go and do research, and we want people to do research. Anybody that is calling us and say we need to take action, can you help us take the action? Marzi, what is your last word, please, before I let you go?
Sorry, Mr. Sima, there is a parable they make in my village. They say when a woman don't want to go to war, or when woman don't want to fight, he will tell the neighbor to come and hold him picking because he want to go to fight. If that guy really know what to do, let him do it. You stop asking people. We are doing things we need to do. Even me that I'm talking to you, I'm doing what I know how to do to make sure we have a result. So, and again, my brother, the last thing I want to say is that, Dr. Nelly is the queen of Iduland. So she keep on doing what she's doing. We are the citizens of Idu.
Oh God. Okay.
So yeah. So we believe in Idu because I did my research. So more grace to your able queen of Iduland.
Thank you. She's a queen of. Hello. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is John, calling from United States of America, New York.
Welcome, John. Please, what is your question or contribution? 2 minutes.
What I want to say is that, the Bible says that the God is not the author of confusion or in anything. So what I want to ask Doc is that if Biafra, like she said, because I started this program area when you started, she said that God told her that Biafra has been rejected. That is the reason why we are killing and some other things. So, and when you look at the foundation of this Biafra of a thing, it is something that a man called Odmebu fought with his father's money. He fought this with his father's money. So, and a lot of people have died under this Biafra. And again, the flag of Biafra, the money of Biafra, the Biafra government has been existed for about 3 years before the no banquet. So what I'm trying to say now, if we condemn the name Biafra and go back to Idu, like me, if I don't understand the meaning of Idu, and they say we are Idu, we can agree that we are Idu or whatever, or even anything you call us. But the name of Biafra, that the millions of people have died under that Biafra, and the man fought with his father's money under Biafra. If God told any of us that the name Biafra needs to be condemned, that is abomination or whatever, I don't think, because there's sometimes spirit will speak to you, but you don't know if that spirit is from God or it's from the Satan, because there's two spirits.
Mazi, you are not making the point. I would like you to make the point. Because, sorry to cut you short. I will ask you something. I will ask a very simple question, because that's where I am. You just told us. No, because you. I don't want you to make a point. You are not making a point. I want to ask you a question. You said that we fight for Biafra. Ojugu fought for Biafra, of course, which is right, with his personal money, and many people died. And the same Ojugu came out and told us that which is not worth fighting for, that we should forget it. Even we know that he was forced to do that, right? My question is that, do you still want, what do we want? Do we want people to continue to die so that because people have died in before, or we want our freedom? What do we want?
You want what everybody's looking for is freedom.
Freedom.
Okay, so why are you crying about a name?
Like now, let me just pull like a little bit.
Yes.
See that question again. Why did Ojuku say the name
Biafra has been established even before the fact? So your father may say, you know what? I want this to rest. If somebody is dragging your land, and you will come up as the same and say, you know what? Not because of my father. Look at that. You get money more than my father. That is why you want to take my father's land. No, I am going to stand to collect that land, just like what you said. People said. But what I'm trying to say is that it is very hard for me to go back now and start from Idu, start making a flag for Idu, start making name for Idu, while we already have existing country which is called Biafra. The only thing that remains is for we to take that Biafra, because if we're talking about we come out and say, oh, let's have from Idu again. That is a very big confusion for my own understanding.
Okay, no problem. You have made your point. Dr. Nelly is going to answer you, but I will tell you that it's not any confusion. You are not getting our point. I believe you need to listen more, please. Hello. Sorry.
Biased. He's not. He already made up his mind. He's biased, and he doesn't even understand what he's saying. He doesn't know what he wants. He said he wants freedom. Why is he telling me that people have died because of Biafra? So because people have died, we're going to continue to die. Does that make any sense? Millions of people have died, and you're saying somebody is saying we need to make changes, and you don't think you don't think it makes any sense for you to consider what change we have to make. If we're doing the same thing and we're getting the same result, it's going to be insane to continue doing the same thing and you expect a different result. If we've been dying because of this name, if we're being killed because of this name, and you don't think it's time to make a change, and you don't think it's time to know the truth, then you are the biggest fool, and you don't know what you want, and you don't want freedom.
Yes, we have a caller on the line. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from, please? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead. What is your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Osita. I'm calling from somewhere.
Yeah, Osita, you're calling from somewhere. I've already seen your comments in the section. You said that Edo is just a region in Biafra that is not a nation. Is that what you want to tell us now?
No, it's not me.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to beg all of us, please. How both of you are going? Like Dr. Nelly, she's even like the way she's yelling at people. And
my brother, we don't need this preaching here. This is not church. What is your contribution to this program? You don't need to advise us the way we need to speak, please. What is your contribution to this conversation? Don't complain about the way we talk, because people talk about us rubbishly. Did you complain? Please don't make me go gaga on you. What is your question?
Listen, you don't know me. Okay, you don't know me.
I don't need to know you. From what you say, I know you. What is your question?
No, listen to me. Listen to me. You know, there's this brother that used to call you often. He just called them. I was trying to, make.
Don't worry about Mazi John. Don't worry about Mazi John. He's my friend. He's not your friend. Don't worry about him. What is your contribution on this topic? What is your own contribution?
My contribution now is
yes.
That's the point. Let us focus.
Okay.
Let us focus.
Yes.
And you know, we are already polarized a lot. So you know, we should learn to just let us focus. And you know, like I said, you know, let them be for now until further notice. That's all I have to say. All right, bye.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Bye.
How long have our leader been abducted? How focused have you been? Our leader was brought since June. Don't tell me you have not been focused all this while. Don't tell me it's December, we're going to go into 2022, and you're still not focused, and you're still waiting to get focused. And this man is languishing in DSS custody, and you're trying to focus. He got abducted, extraordinary rendition, and brought to the zoo, and he's in DSS custody, and you have not focused all this while, and you're still trying to focus. Then you are the most unfocused person. And you have to go and rethink and do something meaningful so that our leader can come out.
Exactly. When people call me and tell me I should be focused, they must be a fool to tell me I should be focused because they don't know what I'm doing. Mazi, hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Zimmer, this Peter.
Yes.
Calling from Talk.
Please go ahead. What is your contribution?
Okay, please don't be distracted. You know, the people will be calling to provoke. And okay, let me just greet Dr. Nelly.
Yes.
She's a wonderful lady. She's a wonderful sister and a mother. And she's doing great. Okay, and she gave us assignments for about a week now that we should go and make research. So what is this point of coming here to come and argue again? That is the problem. It's like this thing is becoming so childish. Like some of these guys that you think that they are mature, they will just come and be talking what they don't know. This is very simple. Although she has said that we should still give her another program to explain things to us. We have made our own research. Yesterday, I listened to mother from Dr. Illumina. She's an American, but she's a Biafra. He is giving us almost exact thing that she's telling us here, and which is very, very simple. We are not Biafrans, okay? So let everybody just get that thing into their skull. We are not Biafrans. That name was just given to have a name. You understand? During the war, that was in 1967. Okay, we don't know how the name came up. It doesn't matter. And Onyendu have already said this thing before about this Idu. He has mentioned it. We have heard about Idu for a very long time. But now people need to now know the meaning of Idu, how this Idu came all about. That is just very simple. Then we have to now implement it because let me tell you where these things are coming from. This is a Luciferian war. This is a satanic war. The fallen angels are on rampage. They want to destroy us. They want to destroy this lineage. That is just, they want to wipe us out from the face of the earth. All these guys that you are seeing that are presidents of this, president of that, they were all descendants of Hitler and the New World Order, all of them. These people are in a spiritual realm that you don't know what is pandemic that is happening, COVID this, COVID that, COVID 20, COVID, all these things. They are the people manufacturing all these things. What is the population control? You people don't even dig into, make research. I know what is going on. This is a spiritual warfare against humanity.
And this is how God programmed this world. Now we are going back to who we are. That is why Onyendu said, Biafra restoration will be the last miracle on earth. And he has mentioned that we can even give it any name. We can give it any name. It doesn't matter anything. Whenever the revelation comes, we have to follow it like that. Now, Dr. Nelly is not saying that we are going to change the name now or something like that. She's just saying this is a solution. She's trying to offer a solution to release us from this bondage, to release Onyendu. Onyendu is also in the same bondage with us. We are all freedom fighters. We are all fighting for our freedom, for liberation. From this, the hand of the devil, that's the hand of Esau that is clipping everybody. This is very simple. I don't know, but maybe all these people that's why I don't even read all those errands, all this. What I do is just I bombshell them with my. They have not started. They are just creeping around and writing rubbish and copy and paste. So we are starting by tomorrow now. They will be busy. We are there, but we know the truth. This is beyond human. This is not for carnal mind. You know, okay, we are not also saying, okay, we are all spiritual people. We should know everything. Why not go back and ask questions? Why is this woman bringing up this period? Then what are we going to do? Now, these people are trying every possible way to crush anything concerning Biafra restoration, concerning our freedom. So we are just thinking. So we need to reunite together. All these people, they just planted in IPOB, using them to subdue us. All these people, they are planted in government, using them to subdue us, bringing impostor for us to be ruling us, to be bringing. Have you seen in history, in this 21st century, where people are being massacred like this? It is not done anywhere in the world now. As I'm talking to, even in Afghanistan, it's not even happening, my brother. But we are killed every day. The day breaks, somebody drops in Biafra land. Somebody dies in Biafra land. And it is not normal. So if we are talking about this name changing, all these things, we should look deep. What is causing this problem? Then when Onyendu comes out, then from there we can now choose what to do, if to change name or something like that, my brother. So people calling up here should just try and come up with something. I'm not coming to ask questions. I'm just trying to give my own little advice or to some of us that are confused yet. Or if they can write, yes, Dr. Nelly is the queen of the Edo kingdom. Yes, Her Majesty.
Your name will change from tonight. You will see it.
Is she not good enough to be our queen? Not to have queen of England. Okay. Is not, if people have the Edo kingdom and have a queen like her, would you be happy? What is wrong with people? Is she not good enough? Okay, she has said, let us just know about who we are. And then you go and make your research. And simple as that. Who were we before these Portuguese came to ravage us and started treating us, packing us to this thing? Let them go and read about the slavery, okay? About the Igbo land in Georgia, okay? St. Simon's. Let them know all these things now. Why are they killing us? Why are they treating us like this? They brought up the Bible to us and given us other things. Why we had our own religion? Let me just break it down, my brother. Just give me 50 seconds. We were doing Omenala before these people came and invaded our lands. We were doing Omenala, and Omenala, we had prophets. We had our own prophets that are even greater than Elijah. Okay, we had our own prophets before the Exodus, before the Famine, before Abraham. All this Bible is the history of the Jews. It's not our concern. So they are trying to clean up everything concerning this our generation. That is just it. And that is what is going on. So these Fulanis now from the Babylonians are sponsoring these demons to come and wipe us away. They are using them to come and clean us up. That is what is going on. It is not about your oil or your mineral resources or this. The people don't understand what these are special people, these are ancient people, go and study about the chi. There was a time Simon Ekpa hosted a woman from two women from Europe, European women. Simon Ekpa hosted them. They were telling us our history, telling us about chi. These Caucasians just came some centuries ago. We have been in existence before these people. We have been in existence before the Jews. Okay, where was Abraham before he came to Egypt? My brother, let us just start operating around the kingdom and do this. What does that mean? Somebody will just stay in Italy, in one room in Italy, write something with wrong English, all these things. Everybody, if she will not share it to everybody, tell them to come and copy. They'll be spreading it around. People will be following them. Some old man. When you hear voice of an elderly person like me, I'm about 50-something years, and somebody will be calling on that program, pushing the girl to be doing a lot of things, to call people, to threaten people to cut their head and all these things. Look at all those kind of things. Now making everything childish. Then you are so-called HOD with the somewhere, the talking rubbish. Okay? Telling people, commanding the millions of Biafrans, telling them, that's it, I can't this, I can't that, this. And they're talking rubbish. This is not what we need, my brother. This thing have entered, we have crossed the Rubicon. If Onyendu comes out, he doesn't come out. If anything happens to him, it doesn't happen to him. If his brother wants to say, why is the wife not talking? Why is the wife not talking? Let us just fix fast. If the wife is very serious, we really want them to tell all this, but I don't want to go there. I don't. Let us not go into their family issues. They don't. Maybe only to give her expression, not to open her mouth like Madam Uibo is not family. So let us just follow anything that happens and treat it critically. Anybody that's calling you and that calls you and talks rubbish, just cut the person off. Don't even respond to that person. That's all.
That is my job. That's why I'm here. Thank you very much, Mazi. I'm not looking for crowd. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my dear. I'm calling from Italy.
Yes, please, can you listen to the phone and not the broadcast? Go ahead. What is your contribution?
My contribution is to thank you. Number one, to thank you and thank Dr. Nelly. Number one, for letting us know when our leader has been abducted. Without her shouting out, we didn't have known anything. And another one is that I've had much of her effort. And our women in Americas, now we're able to know that some people, our leader has already organized situations before he went inside the dungeon. And in the contribution, my contribution today on the topic you are holding, for me, we are happy to hear certain things that will make us free, be free, and our leader also be free. But I know that there is difficulties in it. And difficulties in that any day our leader has an engagement about Biafra, there is certain things, some signs we do identify in the sky. Now, and our leader said they will kill us, we will kill them. At last, Biafra will emerge. Unfortunately, the situation was like this now. And according to Dr. Nelly, she said that the information she will give, let's give the information, let's spread the message according to how she was giving the instruction to spread the news of this Edo kingdom. Now we have had it, and it has spread the news. It's not going to be easy for people to accept it so easily, but we want to see from now onwards the signs also that it will follow this message, and then how it will be actually be identified with us, or how we are going to understand it, or people are going to accept it. By so doing, gradually, I know something that will happen. Because what we're asking that, since it's not we at this very point in time to declare this Edo, and it will be maybe our leader will come out and Edo will be declared. If it is the name we are going to answer. But from your platform, what you have said, certain things you presented before concerning the names. Our leader really said Igbo were cost, and maybe the name we are going to answer will soon come. We never know the name, whether it is this name or another. But it would have been better when he comes out to be able to declare this name. Because anyhow we come to declare this name now, some people who hate this awareness from the Nelly or whatever, we stand it as now he really want to divert the Biafra struggle, or want to divert this, as I've been saying many things about it. But we know who has the true information and the truth. We all know, we are hearing, we are seeing everything, both secretly and indirectly. And the ones according to the court, or about going to church or whatever, we have seen many things. We are listening. Biafrans are listening. We are IPOB. Myself, I am a member of IPOB with oath, by oath, whatever. But I understand many things happening. Nelly will continue in her efforts. And all our women that are trying to see that Biafra emerge, according to our leader, he said when women embrace this freedom struggle, it means it is nearly Biafranized. And I believe Biafra is about to come. And that's why they are important. Now we've been able to know that some people call them, before we don't know them. We don't know this type of thing. We had the comment from our rabbi.
Yes, yeah. Rabbi Charles. Okay.
We heard how he explained many things, and certain things we don't know. Many times we told us we don't know anything, we don't supposed to know anything. We don't know we're supposed to know everything. But it's only to believe in command and control. But many will not accept when they are commanded. We know that. I thank you for your platform. This your platform. The truth comes out there, and also Simon Eba. Many times we are being molested by listening to media or whatever. Many times they say we are listening to social media, but Biafra is social media. Biafra is social media. Anybody talking against social media has joined Lai Mohammed and Buhari. That is what they're fighting to stop. And through social media, people understood about things happening in Biafra, whatever happening, and whatever has about to happen. So from social media, people spread the news about Biafra. So whoever is against social media is against the religion of Biafra. We all know that this is true. The truth must be the truth. might be the real. But what we want to now, let us find a solution that we present this matter or present this message, so that the people, God will also add His own, God's own miraculous, God is a miracle maker, and how God is going to spread it, because not our own power, not by our mind, not by our own power, but by the Spirit. Let's see that Spirit will, how it will enter to people, as the Biafran Spirit will enter to people. Let's see whether this thing will let us go through, and people will understand.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much, my dear.
Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello?
Yes, please. What is your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Uchichuku, and I'm calling from Germany. Yeah?
Please go ahead. Do you have a question?
Okay. Hello?
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, not a question, but based on what Dr. Nelly have been saying,
yes.
Even though I'm not a fan of Dr. Nelly or a supporter of Dr. Nelly,
yes.
But what she is saying or have been saying concerning this issue of a thing, I want to tell you that there is a truth there. Now, even what I'm saying now, Dr. Nelly will learn something also added with what she has been saying, because I want to unveil more or say more things concerning this issue of a thing. Now, I hope she's hearing me.
Yes, go ahead. We are waiting for you. Okay. You have a few minutes though.
Now,
go ahead.
Now there is just 1 minute. Now there is a.
Ustima, can you take his number down?
Now there is a community or a town in Anambra State. This place is called Ibuku. Maybe not.
Yes, Ibuku. I went there. I did my pre-science in Ibuku. Yes.
Okay. Now listen. This Ibuku, sorry to use this one, supposedly to be is an archaeological town.
Yes.
Supposedly to be it is supposedly to be the original origin of Igbo ancestral Igbo. Not even the one that they are talking about for Eri or whatever. But this is not where I'm going. Now, this Igbo, in Igbo language, Igbo community, their king is known as Igwe or Obi or Eze. Every king of Igbo land called either Igwe, Eze or Obi. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
But in Ibuku, this Ibuku, their king, even up to today that I'm talking about, their king is known as Idu. Idu. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the name of their king, from the beginning of their town up to today I'm talking to you, their king is not known. They don't call their king Igwe or Obi or Eze. Rather, their king is known as, today, go and make this inquiry. Their king is known as Idu. I-D-U. Idu. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. Idu or Idu. So they call it Idu, one of Ibuku. This is the name of the king of this community. Ibuku is a geological town. This place is where you can get some museum, and a lot of, that is the community where we have a bronze, the ancient bronze of Africa. So this is what I want to also let Dr. Nelly to know, that what she's saying is truth. So Idu is the king of this community, Ibuku, in Anambra State. And this place supposedly to be the ancient community of Ndibo, not the one that Eli, the one that are talking about it, because I cannot. This is one of the things that I am the supporter of Mazi Nandigan, but this is one thing that I don't support in him. I don't believe. When you are telling me that we are Ndibo and Eli is our father, are you telling me that before Eli came that nobody was called Igbo? And now you are telling me that we are the ancient people, which means Eri that came senior the Igbo. Are you getting it? So Igbo have been there before Eri came. And in Igbo is where this Igbo is coming from. And their king up to today is called Idu. So that is what I want to contribute to what Nelly have been saying. So she's right. Whether we understand it now or not, later we still understand it. Because the thing of the spirit is a kind of ordinary human being cannot come. I mean, it always see it as nonsense. But it will take you for years before you know it. But when you know it now, it will be better for you, because there is a name in Igbo language that says, if it is good from today, then it will continue to be good. God bless you, Nsima.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, he wanted to say something. Don't worry, I've taken your contact. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Chukudi and I'm calling from Austria.
Please go ahead. What is your question or contribution? 2 minutes.
Okay. I just want to say that Our leader also mentioned about Idu Igodo and said that in Biafra, it should have a special place like Monaco. It should have a place like Monaco, autonomous place within Biafra. And and the next caller, the caller before me now was talking about Ibuku. Actually, our leader also mentioned that these people were there before, but since we joined with them, we became kind of one with them. When he said the Indigo, the Asian people, but he said that two sets of people migrated to who are the descendants of it, migrated to meet these people who were there already, these Asian people. So these are. So it's not actually contradicting. He's saying the same thing because we joined with them when he said that we are three sets of people that make up Biafra. So it's actually the same thing he's saying. And meanwhile, about the name, so of course now our leader is in the dungeon of terrorists, and we know that these people, they decided to invade our land. So no matter which name we also had, their main aim is to dip the Quran in the Atlantic. So no matter which name we must have taken, this killing is like is a religious duty for them. Because when we read the Quran and understand, it's like this is why even our natural resources, there's what they call jizya in the Quran. This is a tax that Muslims collect from people, from non-Muslims. It's for protection, quote unquote, for protection. It's called jizya. So this is the thing that is driving them. So now, as our leader is inside there as a Biafran, we know Idu, is our people and all this. So there is no question about that. But of course, it shouldn't cause any controversial because we have to go on we have to front them. Although even if we come from different fronts against the enemy, but we have to actually what they are talking against, what they want him to drop is Biafra agitation, which is actually what we are doing. So I say everybody just keep what you're doing and let it always be let one who know better do better. If you have new inspiration and things like that is supporting our people, or we know that somebody who is still ignorant of it might not understand it, may the Most High give all of us patience that we approach our people in the right way. Don't drop what you think is nice or what your good purpose, but that we have the strength to really act, knowing that the people that we are dealing with are actually terrorists. And as we know that there's no fairness in their courts, you can see how they are violating their own court order. So as they're doing this thing, they see they're breaking their own law. So and they're playing a lot of mind games on our people. So may you all please have your strength to manage when you come in with new things that you deliver it, and it's often like that when something is kind of new for people that is not easy to track, that you can stay, that now they can prove to be patient. This why and be carrying up your message. So
thank you.
Few words I say. Stay blessed.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you
for that comment. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my brother. Thank you so much. I'm calling from us. My name is Festus. So I want to greet Dr. Nelly. Thank you so much. I want to make some contribution. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
So, you see, I want to say many callers because since we are one people, understand? I just a few times, more time, people will understand why would they say we all are you understand? Many people they call since they talk say our leader talk say Biafra. Now from Afari people, Biafra. The German say na Biafra, they give her. But Igbo man say na lie, they not agree. Say na that Biafra. Why are they arguing about that name? Understand so? Why do they argue about that name? We can say it's from Benin. Igbo man say na lie, na Igbo na Ibe. So some things they will be saying they don't feel want understand now. All of us now you do understand. Not be say Biafra not good. Now we are still Biafra, understand me so. But that you do now our name, understand me so we are going somewhere because there are so many things we say some of our Igbo Biafra, then they forget they forget many things. But one Igbo guy writes one thing on Facebook that they say why we say we don't bear history? We the Igbo we don't bear history. We not supposed to ask themselves that question. Why they say they divide us? What did make you say you see person from Ikodomi Godola? They will tell you say not be Biafra. Person from the tell you say not be Biafra. From so all those people who tell you say they be Biafra, then we are going. They are just saying it for math. Go look the people who dey inside typical village. They'll tell you see what be the name of their village. See who they be. You know follow they argue. Understand me so? You know who argue with them. Understand? We are all one people. People who can't divide us. Then the Yoruba and Fulani. That can't divide us. Understand? We dey live in one space. The major problem we get now Yoruba. Understand? And our Igbo Biafra, I think they call our Igbo Biafra. They say they give the Yoruba the role to be playing in this our generation. Understand? That's why when we bring this name come as I say we are all two. It's not be coincidence. Everybody now do. And I do now combine us to be one people. Understand? So we do. Now be our ancestor name. Understand? So when they declare Biafra today, now think that you say they declare Biafra.
So when some Igbo people see drive Igbo people come up for that Igbo land, they run away go another place. They run away. They see they do land, but they are land without. But so many days for different village. Many for come. I Igbo name they be. Understand? So, but now you carry away with money, with the proudness. You want to be proud. All those kind of things. Everyone has scattered everywhere. Our leader say Igbo in Guinea, Igbo in Bayelsa, Igbo in Guinea. What are they doing there? They're stranger. They are not stranger. Understand? They are living in the do now. You do land and they are land. You do is their name. Now, name like you do. Not because that name you don't make with the language. Now, name. Listen to that name whether you don't sound so good as Igbo language. Now you do not be Biafra that day. We know Biafra don't really dig down and play. Those are not play. But if you go deeper in so many villages in the two now, very for instance, if you go deeper yourself, you know they the same name you do. Understand? So no, you take on time go do research about this. Do not be waiting that they argue. Put say this one. We know say they don't divide us so many. They give you back. I don't come start or carry your man or juju come. And we'll see the tell us see who we be. See how the other ability go carry. Why on 1967 na the sober ability kill us. Other ability kill us. Why on the talk that thing? Why on the talk that they kill us? Why kill us? What we can kill us? Biafra not come that time. Una see do feel una see collect money from Nigeria government. Why the people not join us? We are Biafra that time. We are do. Don't let anybody divide us. Nobody can divide us in the generation. People should not try that nonsense again. You cannot divide us in the generation. You can't be people matter for a land because that's no we are not one people. We are one people. I beg, don't stop this attitude of saying what to be doing with the carry come. Then the make a man. No, you cannot do anything about it. But I cannot see my Igbo man calling. I can't get hatred for that because of the name we straight up give us. We will not accept that one. Understand? So all those divide and rule on death on our brain with Yoruba means blood. Because the way of the Igbo people the Yoruba means blood, not the way Yoruba get this blood. Igbo get this blood too. But understand? Those mindset of say you not be do. You don't know what's the meaning of you do. You go and ask your forefather how you take up the do. We think what the have people with the best way to my place now. The answer the bear the name one so. No it's okay. What you mean for Igbo language? Understand? So more like what they do research about our history. Where we come. We not say nobody come for each other. We are one people. That the same ancestral. The same father that born all of us. We are not different people. The same father that born. Nobody be seen up to each other. We are equal in our ancestors. Everybody equal. But that name now unite everybody. That you do. Now be our name. All those names when I go give. The judge they say no be give them. The other one say now give them. No, we don't want that kind of things again. No, I go ask we where for come. All of them they shy. We can say from Benin. We can from the do now. That place is big. Now yesterday they give up Benin. It's from the two one of them. They say we can tell you it's from Benin. It's not equal. Why are you taking all those kind of things? You are trying to bring division. We can from the do. If you ask the way for come, you say now do it be. It will affect with you. Understand me? So but you can tell us now you will take now Benin because now Benin they call a president. So my people we need to come together. We know say this Biafra now our name we don't already people don't already die to about our ancestors we must answer them. Understand? So we must answer them. Not be that way we say they play come from nowhere. We don't know where why we don't want for me if a referendum come say the referendum come everywhere the whole so called Nigeria they use it too. You know, I don't say Nigeria now you do the beer. You do like those now. You do more than we did the way they for our forefathers. No, don't remember that. We don't forget those things. We will not forget anything. When you want that, when we say they don't incarnate come back again. Understand? We are do. Understand? I do. Now unite everybody, all the whole land, all of them. We are one people. Understand? Nobody is senior. Nobody is junior. We are one. We be equal for our ancestors. Nobody use that mindset of this one. They change our name. This one. You don't know say that name when they give us disunity. That one. Disunity. German say this is Igbo name. They want come to colonize you. Now you will not like that because you don't know the way the name sounds. So you only say that they are killing us, so that they kill us. Our name will not be. You must continue to be dying for just normal name like that. I mean, you know, Nigeria say they don't settle them. You will fight for freedom. Nigeria say they don't settle them. Make they forget Biafra. No, they know Biafra. No, we do. We cannot buy it. Understand? If you don't say Biafra, you can say it. It's no problem. But that land, I do land. We are one people. Understand? So because those call away they call our leader. We call it. No, my brother, we don't want we don't want to be fighting ourselves. Understand? We don't want a name that stranger give it to us to be using to be killing our time, fighting our time unnecessary. Understand? So we are all equal in our ancestors. We are one people. Either you do say not be me who give up. Understand? That you do na Igbo name. Understand me? So my people, I agree to see. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are the queen of Iduland. So carry on. We give
the queen of Iduland. Good.
Yeah, the queen of give her the queen of Iduland. Understand? So because the name where our ancestors they gave with that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brotherly.
Thank you.
Oh, they don't put my name in the book. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from? Yes.
Yeah, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Let me use say my name is Mighty Dots. I use Mighty Dots.
Okay. Where are you calling from, please?
Okay, I'm calling from the United States.
Please go ahead. What is your contribution?
Ibowo.
Asagaria.
Yeah, I'm from the where they call him Mosque, but Akwa is my second home. That's where I grew up.
Why? Okay, that's where you grew up. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's my second home. Yeah, I was praying that God should just allow me to get through. I've called like almost 200 times. But I thank you, Sister Nelly.
You know, so when I look at you, you are a warrior. A warrior, not of this time. You have existed before. You are a warrior. It's the spirit of warrior that came in your form. That's one thing I want you to know. What people cannot see, when you look in the spirit, our leader said that he wants 100 men. Those 100 men are not just going to be anyhow person. Awakening has begun. They are awakening. Those 100 men are going to be 100 men that can see in the spirit. So there is a lot of things that's going to happen. I could remember one broadcast our leader made. He was saying something, and then he said he was going to say it, but then he said he hold on, he held back. He said one day he's going to tell us something about where we come from, about our place. There is what Dr. Nelly said is exactly what I've been reading in my head. It's not just about about the conspiracy, the global conspiracy that is coming. This is in spiritual. This is the final battle. I am telling you, everything is converging from different angles, but people cannot see it because they are too carnal. Our place is that's where life began. Everything started. And the forces of darkness are converging to stop us. As Dr. Nelly made in the statement, why are we so much hated all over the world? Why are we so much hated? We don't understand. Anything Biafra, everybody, our leader even said it. He went to the United Nations, he talked about Biafra, everybody stood up and walked away. And he's asking himself, why? But we don't understand that we are special people. I'm not trying to brag, but we are special people. And there are people who have been made for this moment. You see DOS falling apart, everybody, these are part of the process. More things are going to reveal themselves. There is something in our place that the ordinary eyes cannot see. Nobody can see it until the appointed time. It will reveal, that thing will reveal itself. Appointed time. Some people call it the gate of the doorway to different dimension or whatever. But there is something. Nobody is ever going to see it until when the appointed time comes. And it's not going to reveal itself until we get our freedom. That is what I want our people to know. Whenever you are, any part of the world, begin to see yourself someone special. Believe in yourself. When God wants to do something, look at in the scripture they gave us. People always change their name. They say Paul to Saul to Paul and all that. But here, people don't want to believe about the issue. But they believe, I'm not against our brother, they call him something or whatever. People believe they bring him, they carry him around everywhere. People believe the dream and whatever he had. But because you hate somebody, you don't want to believe, or even like our brothers have been saying, just listen, pay attention, and do your own research. There is no harm in trying. Just do a research. That is how these people have been destroying us because we cannot read. We don't do research. Common things can be hidden in plain sight, in a textbook. Because even we don't do research. Why can't we just research instead of castigating this woman everywhere? We wear our emotions on our sleeves. Emotion drives us. Look at people, common critical thinking. Our people are acting like foolish. My friend whenever is crying, shouting, and these people are disgracing us everywhere. What are you getting from this? What are they getting? That is to tell you the kind of battle that we are fighting. The forces are much. The forces is too much. They're going to use somebody that is very close to you to destroy this battle.
Manzi, you have 1 minute to make your last word. Please say your last word.
Okay, so my last submission is that our people who are there making noise everywhere, since our sister made this thing public, why don't you just sit down and open your book or do research on encyclopedia? I know the history has been dismantled in different forms. But let us understand that we are people different and special. And the earlier we realize it, the better. Because I myself have been getting, I've been receiving things. I kind of turn it away. I've been receiving things. It comes like inspiration. It just flew in from nowhere. So I believe in this. In fact, I'm going to change my whatever profile name to Prince of Edo or into Prince. Anybody who go home transfer, I need to go home transfer. We
are already setting the camp of the enemy on fire already. I'm telling you. Go and check it now. You'll see what is going to happen with Edo. Queen of Edo. You will see it everywhere. Yes. Thank you very much, Abongo. I salute you.
Thank you so much, Dakol. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Nelly. I'm just a focus. Don't be
Thank you. What people don't understand is that there are so many other things. They think I'm just sending message on Twitter or whatever. There are things that I'm doing to make sure that our leader comes out. There are things that I'm doing to make sure that we have our freedom, no matter whatever it's called. So everybody needs to put their hands on deck. Everybody needs to do their own part. Whatever you think is going to help our leader come out. Whatever you think is going to help our nation be restored. The name is not the important thing right now. The important thing is that we have to know who we are. We have to know the truth because this truth will make us free. That is the most important thing. Know who we are. I already know who I am. I took care of myself and my generation. It's left for any other person to know the truth and then set themselves free so that we can set our nation free. We're supposed to live as free people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have a call on the line. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, my name is Chukwemeka. I'm coming from my location.
Oh, from your location. Yeah. What is your question, please?
Yeah, I don't have much questions, sir.
Yes.
The only thing I want to just clear out the little things on the air. What is going on is that misunderstanding. What I'm seeing, I'm just listening from the beginning of the program. I'm just listening to the program. What I'm understanding in this issue is misunderstanding, and not misunderstanding. Some people, our language, we Biafrans, we call it common sense. That sense is not common because it's not in the market.
He said after giving it to Isima, go and tweet it. So I did that. I sent it to Isima. I tweeted it. So I went to my room. I started to dress my bed because after that experience, I wanted to lay down. I was thinking, I don't know if I should go to the hospital or if I should just lay down. And I was praying for that not to happen to me again because I was the only person in the house. So then he came again. Go and send it to your WhatsApp and then share it. That was the exact word. I ran from my room, came to the kitchen, grabbed my phone, and started sharing it. So people don't understand what happens. There are severe consequences. It's not like I want to be a troublemaker, but all the same, I'm going to save my own life, my own sanity. I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to get sick. I have children to raise. So I'm very, very glad that you came on. It's very difficult. It's not easy, but you saved yourself a lot of damages or hurt. People, when it happened to you, they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't know what happened to you, the reason why it happened to you. So I'm very, very glad that you came, and I will encourage you, no matter how painful it is, they will call you name. Freedom doesn't come free, and when you're giving a message, it doesn't matter. So try your best, even if you don't want to appear on camera. Just do what you have to do, and then after that, you get your hands up. All you need to do is send the message, and you're done. So I really, really appreciate you for coming, and I want to let you know that you saved yourself a lot of pain by coming too. I did too. I saved myself pain. So the pain I saved myself is nothing, compared to all the irrational and all the name callings. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay,
bye for now. Yes. Okay, that is so clear. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, Isima. Yeah, good day. Yeah, good night. It's me.
Yeah, there's a noise at the background. Can you reduce the noise, please? Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Isima is me. So I'm calling from Spain.
I salute you.
Yeah.
But did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
That this revelation, because of this revelation, we might not need to even conduct any referendum among us. Please go ahead.
Course, that's why.
Yes.
There's another information I want to give you.
Yes.
I need to support my sister Nelly, because even when this thing happened, I was very angry with her. I wanted to send her a message. I said no, let me hold myself and give some time and see what's going to happen. Thank God I didn't send a voice message to her that very day. So, but there's something I want to now, according to what you said now. Do you know in this Idu Igodo, according to the of Benin, which Oba is the ruler, do you know that the first ruler of Idu Igodo is an Igbo man? I know many people will not know, The Benin people are hiding it, even the Oba, they used to hide it. I heard it from the oldest man, the Yoruba man in the palace. He's around 9-something years, he's still there. That was this year, the man is in the palace. The first ruler in Idu Igodo was an Igbo man. That's why in the palace of Benin today, where Oba, was now, the great in there, they see the great Larry as any Benin person now, or any issue waiting, the great Larry then they will reply, Oyeze Nozua. Larry Oyeze Nozua. The Eze will bring life for us. The first person, even before, not even the Oba, I'm talking about the Oba was yesterday. Before the Ogiso, who is the king, that they say the king of Idu was Ogiso, the first person that ruled was an Igbo man, is Eze. And Eze in Igbo land is a king. So this one shows you that what they do, even some Benin will say, oh, we're not come from, we don't have anything to do with Igbo, we're not a Biafra, or we're not that. To show you that the connection between the Idu, the Igbo, the Shakiri, all that this thing was the same thing. So if Igbo man can rule as the first king in Idu Igodo, that's what the great Larry is also today. Call anybody, find it, this thing, just like as Dr. Nelly said, when after he said, people should find out, they should consult and make inquiry. It's very easy. People don't need to be biased of what opinion anybody has. No, you have your own. You can find out. So what I'm telling you now, I want you to see in Sima, find out in Benin today, the first person that ruled. Why did they greet? Ask any of them. Why did they greet Larry Eze? Larry Eze means that is
The first king will rule in Igoromigoro before the soul lineage, later before Oba came, is what is Igbo man. So can you imagine? If Igbo man can rule there, it means that everybody at the same king with the same name of Idu, Igoromigoro. Just like where I'm going, with the same name, Idu, Igoromigoro. That's what it means. Find out too, then you understand.
Thank you.
With the connection of, with this connection of what Nelly said, definitely, if Igbo man can rule for centuries before Yogiso, later Oba, with how many centuries now that Oba lineage was there, Igbo man is already ruled the first time, then you understand where we come from. You understand where everybody connected. Then the name you do, then you understand.
Thank you.
That's what I want to, this information. I want you to find out again. Let people still find out too.
Yes.
Dr. Nelly, think about this one.
Thank you.
Important.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, great night, sister.
Thank
Nelly,
you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's Olugunle, your husband. So thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I hear you.
Yeah. So,
hello. What is your name?
Thank you very much.
And where are you calling from?
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Yes, I salute you. What is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Yes, I am speaking from Biafra land.
Please go ahead. We don't need your name. What is your contribution?
Okay, what I want to ask this to
Dr. Nelly.
The other of our sister there.
Yes.
Called Nelly, I want to ask her something.
Ask your question. We are listening.
Okay. Please, my name is Mazi Udensi, and I want to ask her this very simple something. This name of Idu, why didn't she bring this name when our leader was still out? Why is it now that our leader is inside the GSS that she's bringing such a name? Number two, I want to ask her, if she bring this Idu out, what will we do about Biafra? Number three, I want to also ask her, all these names and all these things which are going on now, is it this particular time we should put our heads, join it, and make sure that our leader is out? Why all this Idu or not Idu? So I want her to just answer these three things I asked.
Okay.
If she did not hear very loud,
we hear very well. Listen, she'll be answering. Okay, just listen. Please, Dr. Nelly, can you answer?
He can go to the beginning of the program. Then he'll get answer to his question.
Because we already answered all these things.
We talked about it already.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello, my name is Chijoke and I'm calling from Germany. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for hosting Dr. Nelly. And not just Dr. Nelly, but our
Queen of Idu Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yes.
Thank you, bro. Of the sun, the queen of the universe. First of all, there is certain things I want to contribute in this issue. Number one is that the problem we have is that the word say that our place is missing, that place cannot be found. I don't know Bible so much, but it's written somewhere in the Bible that when we turn away from our sins and come back to God, He will embrace us and bless us. And we have been praying for leader. God send us Mazin Andikano. Well, since Mazin Andikano start to preach, sending the message, we have been reasoning and turning away from our sins. And now we have recovered where we come from. That Idu is the place they said is missing in the Bible called the Garden of Eden. Just check the name. Idu, Eden. And in our place, you hear the name like Eden. A lot of people have made a lot of sense here. They have told you about a masquerade called Idu. We have Idu, that's Idu masquerade as well. Ogabidu. So everything is clear. And now we are going back to who we are. You know, what impressed me so much is to see Dr. Nelly, because I follow her on Twitter, but I can assure you, today is my first day to see her. Maybe I might have seen her before, but I don't recognize her. And since this he posted these issues on became the trending topic, that is when Today I have seen her and I can say, yes, I can recognize her. And I really thank God that I'm part of this program. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Number two, I want to say this. When you hear the story of Bible, the whole story of Bible, forget about Israel, shit, Israel, that. They are talking about Edo. They will tell you like 12th tribe of Jacob or Abraham or whatever. It's the 12th tribe of Edo. You will hear like Igbo, Urobo, Ijo, Ishekiri. If you count all these tribes, they are completely 12. And that is who we are. There is one professor who I listened in one broadcast who also threw much light about this. I think Dr. Nelly is not the first to talk about this. I don't know why people attack her. And I thank God that the whole truth have now surfaced. And that's what I said, that the Bible said that if you turn away from your sins, I believe there is something who made our names out, or that we even been suffering today. And now we are going back to who we are and to come back alive. The kingdom of God have been restored. Since this name have become a conversation, that means that the nation we are seeking for, the freedom we are seeking for, is already in our hand. Let me throw you one more light on the Bible. You hear like a 10 commandments of the Bible. That is our tradition. There is what's called Unso Allah. Unsala. That Unsala tells you what the 10 commandments is all about. But in our tradition, we have more than 10. But when sin became more and more and more, it's just like they are reducing it. Everything I'm saying now can be verified if you made your own research. And not just the Portuguese is the first to come, it was the Greek who first entered our land and spread the story, how rich we are. Our women wear gold from head to toe, and other people are still coming. That is how we became conquered and colonized. We are the original people of this planet Earth. We are when God created this world, we are the people that first created. From the left to the right, from east to the west, if you calculate the whole vertical point of this universe, you will find that geographical area in the center, in the point of the whole world. That tell you a lot. So people should embrace the message that come. People should learn to realize that the freedom they have been looking for have come, and we need to accept this now and embrace it. Is the way forward. The way forward we are looking for is already there. It's left for us to take it. So I really appreciate. I don't know where to start. I don't know. Our leader have told us we are the ancient of the ancient. We are the first people of this world. And everything you see, all connected to this do. If they tell you that Garden of Eden is nowhere to be found, is because they managed to conquer us, change our name, divide us. Let me also say something about how I do know. This man, one professor, he told me that there is a library along Awuchi Road, that all these histories are there. But the Oba, or that the father of Oba, after he took over the Igodomigodo, they burned that library to ashes in order to hide the history. So, let's not also forget that this Oba also played a major role in Biafra war. Some people even say that it's the Oba caused the Biafra war. So we also need to know the impact these people played. Now the truth is out. Let's focus and work towards it.
Thank you.
Get our freedom.
Thank you,
I
Mazi.
really appreciate you, and I thank you, my queen. You shall live long.
You say?
May you live long, the queen of Edo land.
Thank you very much. I like that title.
Thank you. So let me chip in something.
Yes, go ahead.
He just said. He just reminded me. I got a call from somebody, and the person was telling me how his grandmother used to. There is this story that she used to tell them. She said about the forest of Edo. He said in that thick forest that everything that a human being needed to survive was in the forest. That whatever you needed was in the thick forest of Edo. And then people lived happily in Edo. After a while, they started just trying to wander around. And then from there, they wandered out of that Edo thick forest. And that's when they started having problems. So he was thinking it's a folktale. But from what this brother said, that folktale, that's whatever, the story that seemed like a folktale is actually reality. Because the grandmother remember telling her that we used to live in the forest, Edo forest, and everything we had was in Edo forest, which is aligning with what this brother said. That was the garden. They told us they don't know where it exists. They don't know the location. How can they know everything, but they don't know the location of Eden? They don't know the location of Edo. Edo is the forest where humans live, and we had everything we needed in that forest. So that's what, if they forgot where the garden is, Garden of Eden, that's why they try to forget, because telling us the story is telling us about us. We're now going to remember who we are, that we're the original people. So I'm glad that he said that. That made me remember this story to tell right now. So we used to live in the Garden of Eden, and in the Garden of Eden, everything we needed was in that garden. That is the story this young man.
Wow. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from, please? Go ahead.
Good evening. This is Nelly calling from United Kingdom. Isima, you are a great man. You are a warrior. I love that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For all you are doing. Thank you. You are really a real man. When they say men, yes, I am proud to have you as one.
Thank you.
Then to our beautiful queen, the queen of Edo.
Yes.
She has battered my heart this evening. Because ever since that post, I was like, oh, why is this woman bringing this again now? With this kind of expectations I had. Why will she bring this one again? This is too hard.
There is Kanu and Abuja.
Imagine. So this is owned by who? It's owned by who? Are you sure it's not a Biafran or Igbo or who owns this?
No. Fulani are using it to build roads. All these places you are seeing is Kanu, Abuja. They are using it to build railway airports.
Seriously?
They are running for our name. There is one in Akpo. There are one in Akpo. One of the train stations in Akpo. But these ones, they are in Kanu and Abuja. Find it out yourself. You will locate it.
Wow.
Coco just said it now. What is the meaning of Edo is people that speak many languages. One of our father from Esako is the one that told us. You understand it? We are saying we are not lying. They should go and find that. The Yoruba clean our history. They give us fake ones in England. Fake history. The one we are researching is the real one. They will not tell you. The one you find, go, all of them is fake. All this one is full and using our name to build railway, and we are running for our name. You understand? They want to put us in another bondage for another 200 years. We will not accept that. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Wine.
Thank you.
Queen of Edo.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, you see, Dr. Nelly, your title has gone viral. Tonight, tomorrow. Yes.
Can I say something? Can you believe these people building train stations with our name?
Yes.
The name doesn't exist. We don't even know. But they are building train stations. They know the blessing that is attached to our name.
Yes.
We know the agenda. After they wipe us off, they will claim because if they're living in our land, they're going to claim our name and they're going to get that original blessing. That is their intention. They're reminding their children of that name. You look at that rail station, train station, right?
Yes. Train station, railways. Yeah, railways, train station.
Yeah, railway station. And the other one is Edo train station. So now they are getting it ready for their children. You see the agenda, what our leader was telling us. They want to conquer us and take over our land. So after they have taken over our land, they will now answer the name Edo. And they're trying to remind their children of that name because they've already concluded plan to get rid of us and take over our land. When they take over our land, then now they will come and answer it. I just thank God because our land belongs to us and we're going to take our land and we're going to live in our land. And our generations to come will remember who we are because this is who we are. We are the chosen people. We are the original people. We are the original creator of God. We inhabited this earth first before anybody else. And nobody can take it away from us. Thank you.
Exactly. Wow. We have lots of callers. I don't know if you are still okay to take more calls.
That was a beautiful last one, but maybe one more.
I'm
glad we took that call.
Yeah, of course. You know what, Sophia now. She always fire.
Thank you. I would like to have the pictures too.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Okay.
Send it to you. This our brother that called the first time. He's calling back again. Let me give him the chance. I don't know what he wants to say this time. Brother, you ask a question and the answer we're giving to you.
Can you allow me to talk? If you know me very well, you will not be bouncing my call, Sima. I'm talking to my sister, Nelly.
My brother, when you listen, that is the problem. I'm the one coordinating, not you.
I want to speak with my sister, Nelly. Stop answering my call. I asked her something. I didn't answer.
Yeah, you're fighting with your sister.
Why are you
my brother, you are calling my show. I'm the one coordinating. You asked a question. I thought you needed an answer. I say, listen to the answers. That was the reason. Because you're not going to be here all through. Many people are calling. The answers were given already. I asked you, did you just join? You say you just joined.
Why you are running a show, while you are running a show, is for us to ask. So if I didn't start with the show, you allow me to answer.
No, you can go and watch the program later. I can see that you are very problematic. I can see that you are very problematic. If you want to speak with Nelly, I can give you opportunity to speak with Nelly. But you ask a question. The criteria. Ogasi, you need to listen. I'm going to bring you down. No, I don't like this kind of thing you are exhibiting here. When you ask me a question, I said, are you the only one that is calling me? Lots of people are calling me. So I'm saying that, listen, there's no need of talking too much. You ask a question. We told you that if you say yes, and the answer has already been given. We can't be repeating it. Just imagine everybody calling us and be asking the same question.
I was not here when you gave it. So
yes, but you need to go and watch the program. We can't repeat answer for you. What are you talking about? So, but if you want to speak with Dr. Nelly, I can allow you to speak with Dr. Nelly.
You know what?
Oga, I don't need to know anything. There is a rule here.
Allow me to speak with my sister. I am not talking to you. Let me speak with the person that is presenting this show.
We're in his program, and then it's like we're arguing.
Just imagine that.
Can I speak to Nelly now?
What do you want to speak about? Are you asking question or you are contributing?
He wants to speak to me.
Are you asking question or you are contributing? Because I'm going to end your call.
I want to ask her something.
Okay, fine.
I asked something before. She has not replied me.
We have replied you already. This video, we have answered all those questions. That's what we have said. We can't be repeating the same answer for you.
You want to ask your question?
I will not start from the beginning.
You have to go and watch. You have to go and watch. If you are asking the same question, you have to go and watch. Except you are asking another question that we have not answered.
Okay, I want to ask a different question.
Fine, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, allow me to ask, please. Okay. There was I asked you 3 clean ones, and you were like saying I should go back and ask. Okay, now let me ask her this one. This Idu of a thing, what is the meaning of Idu, please?
Is that all you have? Is that the only question you have?
It's not all. Let her answer.
My brother, I'm going to end your call. You are not the boss here. You cannot be staying on the line. There's a lot of people.
Hold on, Nsima.
Okay.
Bro, do you see people dropping the meaning of Idu, what they think it is? Do you read the comment? No, he was bringing it up.
Okay, I'm gonna end your call though. Dr. Nelly, there is something that is happening to your line. We can't hear you very well. Can you check your phone? Can you check your phone, Dr. Nelly?
Can you hear me now? I'm using my phone.
Yeah, your voice is kind of low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
He said, what is the meaning of Idu? And people have been telling us the meaning of Idu in the comments. And I've been putting it on the section. He's a very troublesome person. Do you know what? He put his name as evangelist. All these men, I don't know where they came from.
And he's actually, instead of telling us, so if you don't know, why don't you go find out?
I wonder.
The story. Somebody called me to tell the story of how people used to live in the thick forest of Idu. How everything they needed was inside the thick forest. And somebody also suggested that Idu is another word for Eden. And they told us that Eden doesn't exist. That's why Idu doesn't exist. What does he want? What does he want?
He just wants to make trouble. That's the way they are.
Let him call me back on Tuesday. And you're going to give me time to answer his question. I'm going to answer it. And after that,
I'm not going to answer his call anymore. You should not call me. He's not the only one. I'm not going to answer his call. His arrogance is too much. Simple. Dr. Nelly, it was a wonderful one. And we want to end it on a good note.
I know.
Many people have abused me because of this.
Share that picture again so that we end up happily. Share that picture again.
Oh, okay.
How those people are already planning to take us over, and somebody's asking me, go ask Fulani what's the meaning of Idu. If a Fulani has Idu railway station, go over there and ask them what the meaning of Idu is.
They are part of the village people.
Go to the Caliphate and ask them what Idu means. They have Idu railway station. They have all these Idu places, 3 places. They have Idu Mota in Lagos. Go ask them what it means before you start asking me.
Yes, you are very right, Dr. Nelly. This man that called is part of the problem. Forget it. He's a foolish man. I will tell you that.
Part of the ones that took money from the Caliphate.
He's part of the problem.
And the money is choking them on the throat.
Because
we have to get our freedom. It doesn't matter. Even if you like, let them give you. The money is coming from us. And you're going to take money from the devil. You get a contract with the devil. And you're going to die. All the people that have fought us, that make sure that Biafra, that Idu nation does not come. All of you will die. Your children will die. You will not inhabit this earth. You're not going to live in heaven. Because what Idu is the kingdom of God on earth. You're not going to live in this kingdom. And all your generation will be wiped out. Give it another 30 years. All your offspring will be gone. Because you don't deserve to inherit this earth. You're not going to be here. The next dispensation is going to be great. Because our children are going to live exactly the way God ordained us to live. And people like you, everybody that is fighting the restoration of Biafra, the restoration of Idu nation, everybody that's fighting our leader, be you in Britain, be you anywhere in the world, be you in Idu land, be you in DOS, be you in IPOB, be you anywhere, anybody that has raised hand against Mazen Nandikan, they will die and their children will be wiped out from this planet. They are not going to be able to enjoy the Idu nation when it comes. They will be wiped out completely.
You see?
Mark my word, that is the truth. And
You
I
see?
hope our children, the next 100 years, I hope they see this video. They're going to go and do a research, and they will see that all the people that betrayed Mazin Nandikan, all the people that fought against the restoration of this beautiful kingdom, their children, their offspring will not exist anywhere. They are not going to be. They will all be wiped out. They will all die. And on the final note, my people, we are going to continue to sit at home. We don't have much weapons. These are one of the weapons we have. We're going to sit at home, not only Mondays. We're going to work hard on increasing the number of days. We have been enslaved. There's a reason why they make sure we don't understand who we are. There's a reason why they're trying to take away our language. There's a reason why they stole our name. They took it our name. And you see them answering our name. They want that blessing. When you speak out, when you call somebody by their name, you're speaking it out. You're creating. You're blessing them. They're taking our blessing. They want to take our land. And when they take our land, they will call it Idu because they want to be blessed, because they know what is attached to that name. But they are stealing it. And we're not going to let them steal it. We are going to sit at home. There is no political arrangement. We didn't do all this for a political arrangement. No. We are going to get our freedom. Our leader is going to come out. Our leader didn't suffer all this work for a political arrangement. If one of the things we need to know is to understand who we are. We are the people of Idu. We are the original people. That's who we are. Nobody will take it away from us. And we are going to get our freedom. Our leader will come out and our leader will raise that flag. We are also told to be whiter than white and whiter than snow. That's why we have to avoid all these evil people. That's why we can't let them steal IPOB money, because it's delaying our freedom. It's hurting us. It's delaying us. We cannot be a part of this evil. They are eventually going to die. We don't want to die with them. We don't want to be a part of them. My people, let's do whatever we can do, whatever it takes. It doesn't matter if they're calling you names. We want our leader to come out. He has that flag in his hand. When he comes out, he's going to mount that flag. He's going to set it up. It doesn't matter. Our sitting at home is our freedom. It's our referendum. Our name is our referendum. That's who we are. Nobody can deny this name. They use the name Biafra to bring disagreement so that we're not going to agree. They know that if we don't agree, we cannot accomplish anything. And the spirit of Idu wants all our children together. We're going to stick together. It's not about the name. It's about knowing who we are, recognizing who we are. We're not going to let the Fulani take our name. And they're going to give us Biafra and kill us every single day. They sell the body parts, our body parts. They sell our penises to the Chinese people. And somebody's going to come and tell you nonsense. If we don't recognize that we do, let them tell us who we are. We need to know who we are. Give us our name. Tell us who we are. We know this is a made-up name, fake name that was meant to kill us. If you don't think Idu is our name, find our name, because we need to know the truth. Because we need our freedom. Please let us sit at home. Get ready. Let us sit at home. We are going to arise. We're going to fight it out, whatever it takes. Our leader must come out before Christmas. If he doesn't come out before Christmas, all of us will rise. All these people that are making political arrangements, we're not going to let them have peace in our land. Our leader will not be in DSS custody while they are sleeping at home. Whatever we have to do to make sure that our leader comes out, we have to come out. If we have to go to all these their homes to bring them out, I don't care what we have to do to them, because we have suffered enough. We've died enough. And they're dining with the Fulanis, taking money from them. These Fulanis are taking our names to build their railway because they want to take over, because they want to occupy our land, because they want to occupy our name. We're not gonna take it anymore. We're going to sit at home, even if it means sitting at home 2 days, 3 days. We can let them. We already see the sign. Look at what they are doing. They took our name. They are using it to build a train station because they're going to conquer us and they're going to take our name forever. That's their plan. But Chukwuemeka Abiyam has not allowed it, because Chukwuemeka Abiyam is letting us know who we are, and we know who we are, and we're going to possess our land. So go tell them they better come together. They better come with us, and we come together, and we do this together, and we get our freedom, and everybody can go to their own kingdom and live the way God intends us to live. Thank you.
Hey, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this wonderful update. Please do well to drop your opinion for me in the comment section. Like this video and share. Subscribe if you haven't. You heard what our sister said. Please, how many of you know something about this Idu kingdom? Let me know. Drop your opinion for me, because I really want to know and learn more, because I don't understand anymore. Does that mean we're about to change the name Biafra to Idu? I don't really understand. I'm a little bit confused about everything. Thank you so dearly for joining. I really appreciate it. I still remain your one and only AGATHA Progress, bringing it to you live and direct. When next any other update like this comes up, I will do well to bring it to you, so that we all will understand the meaning of this Idu and Biafra, and any of our opinion is also welcome as well. So I have to leave right now. See you when I see you. From me to you, I say bye.